listening to the Sneaker Box.
Yo, Detroit is definitely in the building via your headphone, stereo, and speakers. This is the African Caesar.
And his big ass foot.
Yes. Wow. No, it's funny because Gina was just holding, shout out to Ewing Athletics, by the way. They sent me a pair of the Mosh Ace Ventura joints.
They got to look out for the influencers.
Oh,
Absolutely. Simple legends.
okay. So, no, he's holding the shoe. So, Geeno, the smallest person on the show, is holding up the shoe. And, like, the whole time he's holding it up, I'm like, man, if I karate kicked you in your chest, your soul would jump out like Dr. Strange.
Or you gonna have me look like Bruce Lee?
Man, who sent that video of that was Guru? Yeah, Guru. It's like he just scours Instagram for like videos and pictures.
Not really.
I'm trying. You send the most links. It's between you and Geeno, easily.
That is a big ass shoe.
That is a big shoe.
Who?
Say that again. Come again.
That's a big ass shoe.
I gotta. Can I say it? Like, so me and Francis are here first, and like I'm making my drink, and I turn around and Francis pulls out the Chinese food out of his pocket. I was like, yo, like what?
I didn't need a bag. All I had
Was your leg like rather warm from that too?
No, I had it in my jacket pocket.
Oh.
I was like, what?
I just asked for a little thing of rice and put it in my pocket. I didn't need a bag.
Mm-hmm. Was that near the job or up here?
That was up here.
Huh. Yeah, you could have made a phone call with somebody.
Oh, there's a spot across the street?
No, there's a spot across the street.
And it's a Chinese.
No, this is
See, isn't it a Chinese place across the street?
I don't know.
You eat Chinese all the time.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
It looks like a Chinese joint. It's not a Chinese joint. It's actually an old printing company, if I recall correctly.
Geno's racist. Shout out to Dave too, by the way. Part owner of Podcast Detroit Studios. So, yes. Shout out to him. So, yes, Memorial Day weekend, we're the one asshole show that decided to show up to the studio to record a show.
That's us.
Yep. So, sorry, Dave.
Dude, I told you, we will never be the obstacle. You guys wanted to be in, you're in.
Shout out to you. I thought somebody else was going to be here, so I could share the guilt, but it's just us, so.
All the lights is off.
I know, right? Like, I showed that, like, the parking lot is never this empty, and it was like,
oh yeah, Monday nights are insane around here.
I know. I was
so,
like,
wait, there's nobody here.
So I'm like, man, I just see Dave outside smoking by himself. I'm like, oh boy. But anyway, this is the Sneaker Box podcast / radio show live from the Podcast Detroit studios, a part of the Sneaker Board Detroit family, and of course on the DTLR radio network. Make sure, well, I guess I'll tease the segments. Bots won this weekend's release of the SP Gina Air Jordan 1s. Video gamers can now rock Air Jordans online outside of NBA 2K. Adidas can't seem to catch up with this one thing, and one man experienced every sneakerhead's nightmare while traveling via airplane. Real quick, anybody try to go after those Ginas? And how'd you do? Yeah, okay. So you know what I'm talking about then. Mm-hmm. That thing was impossible.
You should have went out there and took the test, a little Scantron test.
Man, you probably would have did better.
You probably actually would have got 100.
And I probably would have saved money because somebody was like charging like $1,000 for them on StockX, and I'm like, you serious? Like, you do know these shoes release in like 2 weeks, right? Like when the sneakers out, maybe not with the box.
I was gonna say with the box. The box is really the main thing I want.
I was gonna say that was the selling point of the shoe. But shout out to Gina though, because I remember when we first talked about it, it was kind of like, you know, people were kind of like, why is she getting her own shoe? But when you actually know the story, hear the story, you know, she's a teacher and she's used sneakers as a way to reach her students. And, you know, from me, my perspective, she's the most deserving collab of the year. So,
have you not seen Travis Scott's shoes?
Yeah, deserving. She's the most deserving of this shoe. And I honestly think her one is better than his, but that's just me. Speaking of which, I know where I was at. I should probably like take a grain of salt, but somebody said the Travis ones were the best Air Jordan 1 ever. I was down a no joke kick.
Shout out to Guru who's on the show today.
How you gonna shout out yourself?
Yeah. Third person?
Yeah,
right. Like, Guru talking to third person now?
Yeah.
Guru has something to say about this.
Hey, you should do that like for the rest of the show.
You should.
Like,
that's your shtick now.
Like as soon as you got something to say, be like, well, you know what Guru thinks about this.
Well, you know what? Let me introduce everybody then. So obviously the Guru is here. I'm just gonna call you the Guru.
Oh, you stopped at Caesar and then you just went in. I was like, dang, man.
Well, no, I was gonna go to the teas and I was gonna introduce everybody after that. But
okay,
since you've introduced yourself,
I know I'm not an influencer, Francis, so I wouldn't know what that life is like. You know?
Oh man.
You a YouTuber? You a influencer?
You a YouTuber too, though. Time out. Technically, a YouTuber too.
No, I'm not.
You was on some YouTube videos
I have
too?
one video by myself, and the rest of the videos involve you guys. So it's not.
Right. I might have 10 videos.
You got way more. Sneaker the show. You have a ton of videos.
No. All the majority of the videos are all podcast videos.
No, remember all them sneaker reviews you were doing?
Dude, I literally did like 10 of them.
No, you did do 10.
It's like
you did 5 together. You did way more after that.
Okay, 15.
Oh, you did not. You did.
It's like 15 videos.
You did some with that corner store, sneaker store downtown. You did some.
Corner store?
No, Joe. You did some at the Sneaker Legends, and you did.
I did
some
2 at Sneaker Legends
with me.
I did 2 at Sneaker Legends, and I did maybe 3 or 4 at Nojo Kicks.
And then we did it was like 5. Well,
You did a couple at Pufferist. So.
Yeah, Pufferist too. Yeah, you've been around, Pac.
Okay, I did less than 20. I'll put it like that. Not enough to be called a YouTuber.
You are.
You enough of a YouTuber to where remember you can add friends.
And people know you when we go to
who?
SneakerCon. Out of any of us, people know you.
They know, bullshit.
Outside Jumpman Bostic, you're the most notable one.
They don't know you
for good reasons.
No, they know me.
Thank you
For positive reasons.
Thank you, Francis.
They know you I probably get recognized the most, but for negative reasons.
I don't. Yeah, you.
Guru get recognized too. He
No,
like
I
to
don't.
act. He like to act brand new.
Who says? Oh, there go Guru. Exactly.
Wait, time out. Time out. This man did a conversation at a SneakerCon.
I had to
people
climb
know
my
you.
way up there too. So I mean,
Twice.
I mean, that's why I was SneakerCon. You had to go with the thing.
Twice. People know who Guru is. He like to act brand new.
I'm not, man. I'm just normal.
That's all I act. Eating the Chinese food out of his pocket. Francis 313 is over there, aka the Googler.
What?
And then, of course, the contrarian who so benevolently brought in some drinks today to celebrate Memorial Day.
Like I need it anymore.
I know, man. We guys drinking cologne. I've never drink gin, bro.
Really?
My uncle used to drink Seagram's gin. He'd be like, this way you
Seagram's
just
is
drink?
different.
Like, nah.
Seagram's, you keep that.
Bombay, no different. They just cousins, bro.
They cut.
Little Uzi Travis Scott, like.
How you like that, Francis?
It's really good.
Yeah, see? It sees.
I know I ain't tasted it yet. I'm about to. Let me get to this.
The flavors are mixing too. He's actually
Facts.
drinking Kung Pao Gin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kung Pao Gin. That's what you drinking? Eating, drinking?
There's your new. It's Kung Fu Panda.
There you go.
Your new nickname for us.
There you go. Social media. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at TSB_radio, Instagram at @TheSneakerbox_radio, and on Facebook by the Sneakerbox Radio Show page. And I gotta say this too.
Oh yeah, you introduced Geeno already, didn't you?
I did.
Cool.
I didn't have a name, though.
Yeah.
I'm the benevolent drink maker.
I said Geeno.
You said the contrarian, and then you said, by the way, he made drinks.
Okay, well, Geeno Kicks. There you go. Follow him on Instagram at Geeno Kicks. There you go.
Hey.
You happy now? Hey. One half of the. Oh, no, never mind.
Nah. They over there.
Oh, yeah, they.
They over there with your boy, actually.
Well, shout out to Jake because he keeping everybody employed over there. Shots fired.
I see what you did there.
Pew pew. I don't know. Lost my train of thought. Oh, you know what? Facebook, social media in general. So
Facebook.
Look, this is what happened, right? Over the weekend, like I tried to make a post and I got flagged. I had to repost our show because we talked about Trump's tariffs and how they may impact sneakers. So the discourse, the political discourse is so bad now that like if you put anything remotely political, they instantly like flag you and then you got to like defend your post. You got to explain what you meant by your post. And I'm like, dude, like it wasn't like, we're not trying to convince anybody of anything political. It was literally talking about the tariffs and how they impact sneakers. And I had to like send them all this information. I had to actually upload my driver's license.
Facebook full of it. One, didn't they take away Louis Farrakhan page, right?
Yes.
But here's the video with Nana Pelosi, whatever her name is, Nancy Pelosi. That was fake. That he kind of rendered. They let him post that, and they asked, "Why did you let them post that? That's not real well, they gave some BS answer. Like, come on, bro. That's why I don't be on Facebook, man.
Because people, and their rationale was, well, people need to be able to make up their own minds as to what's fake or not, but yet you're flagging everything else.
Exactly.
Louis Farrakhan, like, come on, bro. Like,
they slowed it down to, what was it, 60% speed, so she sounds
slurred.
Yeah, like, come on. I was just like, come on, Facebook with the BS.
But I have to say, though, and we talked about this earlier, common sense ain't that common anymore, so.
My thing is, if you was like that with Farrakhan, with that post,
oh no, be consistent.
Yeah, that's one of my. That's one of my.
I'm just saying, like people are so gullible and dumb. I don't know, people are just gotten dumber, or I'm just more aware of people's stupidity. I don't know which one is which.
I mean, social media has let you know without leaving your house how many stupid people there is.
I hate social media because back in the day when it was just newspapers, you had there was barriers you had to break through in order for your shit to be heard. Now everybody has a Facebook profile in which now you can vocalize your stupidity. And that's one thing I hate about social media is now enough stupid people have found each other to where now they feel confident in their stupidity, and now they talk. It's like a vocal minority. It's like you're an idiot, but because there's 10 other people that agree with you, you feel validated. And so,
in the words of Joe Budden, I miss it when the internet was a novelty.
Yeah, I agree. I argued with somebody the other day. I'm like, because they was like, why do they still want to see his tax returns? Like the same reason you want to see Obama's birth certificate.
Bro,
what?
You need to see your tax returns because
every president has done it.
Yeah. Also, too, when people are saying when you speaking on taxes, like, what are you paying taxes? So when you show your tax returns, it's gonna reveal your true ulterior motives when you make your tax proposal bills and tax cuts and things of that nature. If you ain't got nothing to hide, we already know what it. Even Mitt Romney, he slow to do it, but he eventually did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
That's if you have nothing to hide. Right? So
it was also going to show that he has been conflict of interest running businesses, which he's not supposed to.
While he's in the White House.
Yeah, that's why he don't want to show it.
Yeah. Yep. I just, what kills me about him is that literally there's tweets that he posts that completely contradict the shit he's saying now. For instance, when Obama won, he thought it was through the Electoral College. He was talking all this shit about abolishing the Electoral College until he won via the Electoral College. All of a sudden, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like, dude, and it's so much double talk. And I understand it's politics, but I feel like at the same time, there's levels to it. I got to an argument with somebody else talking about the bankruptcy thing. And he was like, well, every business, is filed for bankruptcy or, that's a normal thing. Yes, it's a normal thing in business, but not 5 or 6 of them. Everybody gets a speeding ticket, right? But not everybody has 20.
And my thing is, with him having that amount of money, his filing for bankruptcy is not having to deal with those bad businesses. If you do something bad, mismanage your money, and your money go under, you got to eat that bankruptcy. When you go apply for credit cards or houses, they see that bankruptcy. You got to deal with high interest rates or even getting approved. With him, he did it so he wouldn't have to, I made a bad position. File bankruptcy. I'm out of here. See you later. And the people that you owe and the debtors that you owe, they don't get paid.
No.
So that's the problem with it. It's like, bro, you got the money and you just filing it just so you want to come out of it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is why I stopped arguing on Facebook because once again, idiots are, they are cause it's like you spend all this time thinking of a rational response and then they just respond with, we're making the libtards angry. I'm like, that's your reason? That's your rationale?
I think that the best meme that I've seen so far that explains it is that arguing the internet is like playing chess with a pigeon.
Yes.
No matter how good you are and whether you win or not, the chickens or the pigeon's just going to strut around and shit all over everything anyway.
Yeah. That's probably the best analogy. I'm going to use that from going forward. But that's exactly what it is. So that's why I've fallen back.
Game.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Honestly, it's some stories.
One dude tried to call me out. I think they were showing rappers wearing nail polish. I'm like, I put that nail polish with the face over the hand emoji. And he gonna be like, why are you judging people? And other than that, I said, why are you judging me judging people? So you're the same thing as I'm, right? right? So what are you talking about? Well, that's his prerogative. I said, cool. If you don't find nothing wrong with it, I just look at your profile. Why aren't you wearing nail polish?
Because he knows there's something wrong with it. Come on, man.
I do. I was like, whatever, man. I'm about to argue. Because sometimes I be wanting to light people up, but I just keep scrolling. That's my maturity level. Whatever.
Oh. In case you want to talk to us and defend Trump's honor or otherwise, make sure to call us on our show and talk to us with your sneaker comments and questions every week from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 248-579-5295. Let's get right into it. We got our 5 sneaker releases from the previous week, and no, we're not playing the drop because I don't want to. Number 5.
Wow.
We got the Diamond Supply Company Special Edition Puma Sale California Dreamin'. Clean shoe, very dapper, is good, especially for the spring, summers. Basically all white pair with hits of, that Diamond Supply colorway, clear outsole. So
The Diamond Supply colorway.
that Tiffany.
The Tiffany color?
Yeah, they use the same colorway essentially on every shoe. So, real clean shoe. I thought it was real cool. Honestly though, I gotta say, just in general, like I haven't really been moved by a sneaker. Even when I got the 4s, I thought I'd be more excited than I was when I got them. When I got them, I was just kind of like, okay.
It's been a slow year, man.
Yeah. Number 4, we got the John Elliott Special Edition Nike LeBron Icon Triple Black. Cool shoe. Still not going crazy over
It's a
them.
cool referee shoe.
I don't even. Can you wear it as a referee? It's a little too.
It's not a referee shoe. I mean, I
Alright.
like it. I probably would.
It's a little too flashy for a referee.
I think with the route that we're going with the John Elliott, LeBron collaboration, I'm really not feeling the all black though. Like I like the stuff that had more color to it. Even the gray pair was a.
Well, the white and black pair was always the dopest one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like this is
They
all
just
black.
get dirty so fast. This one, the smoke gray, but I think the best one that's going to come out if they release it is that caramel colorway. That's going to be the best one with the peanut butter bottom. Yeah,
I gotta
that's
see
one.
that. Number 3, we have the Wanto Special Edition Adidas Young One, and I never thought a Young One would make it on this list, but yeah, these are dope.
I feel like a young one's been
Yeah,
on the list
that
before.
orange one did.
Remember?
Yeah, you're right.
The
orange
original,
one did it.
the original,
Yeah.
the OG young one.
The OG Young One, the
call
old
it-
Young One,
Yeah, we're gonna call it OG already.
old Young One. Yeah, these were dope though. These are black and yellow. Real cool, and they had like some type of special lacing system. Francis, you all right?
Yeah.
Like a robot without the battery. You just
I
wind
know
down,
he looked like he was questioning his life decisions.
No, I've been
putting that Chinese food in his pocket when
I
the move.
should have got
He
the.
gonna pull an egg roll out next.
I know, right? Like a cigar.
He looking.
Gonna clip the end.
Where's the fortune cookie?
He's looking for it too. Like you saw him, he was like, "Damn, where's that?"
You
at,
know
bro?"
it's in there.
I've been drinking all day.
Man,
That's showing your response.
man.
That's his version of I am.
I know we gotta start hanging out with him on Memorial Day.
I was drinking yesterday too,
Jesus.
and playing Spider Man.
Spider playing on what?
PS4.
PS. Yeah, okay. That's like the only reason I want to get a PS4 because that game is sweet.
Yeah, PS4 is the way to go. And I've had both. I actually like PS4 better.
PS4 is the way to go.
No.
PS4's better.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I would understand this coming from you. You don't have an iPhone.
Because first of all, let's quit acting like iPhones are better. It's better by name. Like first of all, they take all of the specs from an Android, and then because they throw an Apple logo on it, y'all act like it's better.
I would say there's someone who got how I go about my phones every December. I buy the best phone that came out that year. So I've had Note 8 and I have an iPhone XS. I feel like the iPhone has a better operating system. And I looked at it. What do I do most? I take pictures, I text, and I use
Sounds
the internet.
like Guru has commitment issues.
No, so my thing is that phone does that better. No, I do. I know I don't.
No, I just love his hot take. Like he's just like
So I feel like this phone does take better pictures than the Note 8 I had. The text messaging and white interface when you're texting other people is just.
Well, if you're comparing an Apple 10 to a Note 8 and not a Note 9, then that tells me everything.
I still know the operating system. I mean, this is their better operating system. I feel like that's why their pictures is better too. That's why I feel. There's years where Apple, I feel like from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 8, that Android had that. I feel like this year here,
I mean, would it be
Apple got it. Would it be
Well,
this year in September? We'll see what's
I was
popping.
gonna say honestly, it'll probably end up being Samsung because I
Yeah,
feel
probably.
like Apple has done nothing but continuously this entire year release an iPhone 10 like every couple
Wait,
months.
unless the new one comes out in September. That's why I said this September.
Wait, is it
Not to mention that, like, literally anybody that deals with cell phones, like, on that level, will tell you a Samsung has always been better and that they have always been taking, well, not always, but as of late, and that they have literally been taking some of the specs from an Android and placing
Well, yeah,
it
they
into
have
Apple.
been late with it, but I feel like I feel like with the iPhone, it's just I feel like it's more fluid. Like I like Android's free reign with the apps, but I feel like this camera is better.
Well, like to
Even though
your
it's not.
point, like I was rocking a 6S Plus since it came out. I just got an XS.
Yeah, because the 7 to 8.
Yeah, that was all
nothing.
trash.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Exactly.
That's why I said.
Yeah.
From the 6 to the 8, the Android had that, and I feel like the 10 Jeanette, the Apple got it by a slight, and then this September we'll see who really going for them.
And I care about myself, so I'll never get an Android. So
I had a problem with no Android. It's just I'm really open minded when it comes to which phone I can get the most out of.
Yeah, and for the most part, for everybody, it's usually.
I like Apple. I like Android. Samsung's fast charging, but I feel like my battery life has lasted longer.
I will definitely give Samsung a lot of credit for that.
Yes.
The technology that they have had from wireless charging from the get go.
Yeah.
It took Apple, in my opinion, way too long to catch up to that.
But my thing is with Apple though, like even with the face recognition, this face recognition works better than any face recognition I had on any Samsung.
I'm not big. I mean, honestly, I'm not using face recognition. I'm just too paranoid about that shit. So that's just me though.
You typing in your hieroglyphics.
Hell yeah.
but you're an influencer, so all your information's out there.
Exactly. And I don't think that the Samsung information isn't as protected as the iPhones.
It's true too.
Yeah, so they can still get your information without face recognition.
No, I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel now after that hack, they got more personal.
I mean, like really though, like I guess I'm speaking from, but I'm like, I'm not really hiding anything on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I go to
Put it this way:
I go to the same 9 websites, and 3 of them are porn. So
Pornhub.
Right. What are the 3? Nah, you know what? Never mind. Don't answer that.
I shout out to Pornhub.
You know what? Taking myself for asking that question.
You know, here, this is since everybody got a segment, this is my one segment. We can get back to sneakers, right?
y'all got what's my segment?
This is my gurus that has nothing to do with sneakers segment, right?
Drunk
you guys
Francis is your segment.
This is you guys are gonna love this, right? So
half and half.
this is all alleged, right? We don't want no losses, right?
This
half
is a sneak
sneaker,
peek.
half
So
video,
Hollywood,
half and half.
Hollywood Unlocked staff, right? So Page 6 reports that O.J. Simpson previously boasted about being hung like a horse and breaking Kris Jenner, right? His best friend.
Why is that news on this show?
Yeah, right. So here, it's not news. It's just what the O.J. said at the end is hilarious,
Is this
right?
a sports segment?
No, it's not a sports segment. No. So
This is a
additionally,
sneak peek to the half.
right?
Half
So
podcast.
Yeah, I know.
no, it's not. Simpson's former manager Norman Pardo shares in his documentary "Who Killed Nicole" that Nicole Simpson and Robert Kardashian went to bed early one night while vacationing, leaving OJ and Chris alone in the jacuzzi. In addition to explaining the alleged affair ruined each party's marriages and friendships, Pardo recalls OJ said he stood up, pulled his shorts down. I give you exactly what he said. Her eyes bulged out her head. I effed that B until I broke her. He said they had to take her to the hospital at 2 or 3 in the morning. She came to his room and said, "Can you take me to the hospital?" OJ said, "No, have Rob do it."
I'm not any better in my life right now.
Now I wish we had just stuck on the subject of what 3 porn stars websites do you go to?
That was just ridiculous.
Wow.
That actually sounds like something OJ would have said.
Doesn't say that go have him do it. Like you imagine taking your wife to the hospital because another dude broke her.
I was talking about OJ like literally like standing up, pulling his pants down. I broke her.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
I don't even know.
I don't even know how to move on from that. I just feel like we should end the show on that note.
Yeah.
I mean, for Francis' sake, we probably should.
Man. So yeah,
Francis not
anyway.
feeling good from that rush hour Chinese food.
I'm feeling great.
Oh, I didn't get the number 2. Number 2, we have the Nike SB.
Why does this want to make it number 2?
Why did it make it number 2?
Yeah.
I
was trying to show some love to Gina. I thought her whole thing was dope with the box and the little apple.
feel like I should have my own Jordan collab.
So what we gonna do when JB get his own?
It's going to be 1 through 5.
Yeah, basically it's gonna be all 5s.
It's gonna be a fusion.
You know what it is? Oh, that's what it should be. Should be a fusion.
They gonna give him his own Dub Zero.
Oh man, God no.
Actually, I would wear the first 3 Dub Zeros. That white, black, and Lions blue looking one. The white and orange one.
Oh, the white and orange laser.
Yeah, and there was one other one. I forgot.
Well,
the
I mean,
color.
of course, all laser. But yeah, no, that white and orange pair was hard.
Anybody go for this Chicago LA shoe?
No. Chicago.
First of all, I'm tired. Like I'm so tired of the Chicago colorway. I'm done with it. Y'all could have just came out with
Whatever. Wait till you go to All-Star Weekend in Chicago next year, and they got them We the Best 3s that's coming out. You saw them?
No, I'm talking about the Chicago ones. I'm like, they didn't came out with like so many different variations of the Chicago one. It's like, dude, like enough already. I was over them. Like, had they just come out with that LA colorway, maybe I don't know. But
hold up, are you over all of the ones though?
Honestly, I'm starting to get past the ones.
You seen that K54? That mid.
Yeah, that shit
I'm
was
straight.
trash.
Really?
The 8 was terrible too.
No, them 8s are
That
nice.
one is hard with the
That
jewel.
one- that
with the
8 is
jewel
nice.
swoosh.
The 8.
I'll take them 8s. I'll take them 8s
I
with
like
the
them.
quickness.
I like them both.
Hey, cool. Keep that energy then, because
Eight-
that's
them
one
I actually
person.
like both
the
of them.
8s is like you get the little puzzles you had in kindergarten. You had to put the triangles together to make shapes. Like that's what it was. Just
Them 8s are nice, y'all. I'll take them.
No. Out of when you look at that colorway compared to all the Kai 54 colorways, it's the worst. Kai.
Is it the?
whatever.
I don't know if it's the worst.
Quai.
Because that one year where they came with the ones, it was just blue and
The
black.
red ones, the blue.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
like suede, black and blue.
I'm straight on those.
All black with
And then
That
what
was
the
basic as-
friends and family ones?
basic
like
as hell.
split or
Yeah,
something?
those were decent, but it's like
Those are basic as hell. Those are the worst.
You
I
can
was gonna
have-
say that's why I like that one mid because it got that jewel swoosh, and that's like
I
that's
don't hate them.
different.
I just don't like one mids. That's my hang up.
Look, I take that jewel swoosh though. That's all.
More power to
'Cause it's
you.
different.
I take the 8s. You get the ones, I take the 8s. How about that?
Let you say you gonna take the mace when Jumpman is back in here.
Yeah,
say that to his
that's
face.
what I'm saying, man.
I like 8s. I don't. What the hell? Like, who said I didn't like 8s?
You did.
I didn't say I didn't like 8s. I said he wasn't my favorite Jordan. There's a difference.
So if something isn't your
I didn't say I hate
favorite-
the 8s.
No, hate
Because it's
if
not my
don't like-
favorite doesn't mean it's not my. I hate it.
You
But it also means you don't like it.
No, it doesn't. I said it's not my
I only wear
favorite.
them when it's raining.
Like when you say it's your favorite, it's like it's high up there on the list.
Yeah.
The 8s on the list is just not high up there.
Where is it at on the list?
Like somewhere in the middle.
A number.
I don't know. Like it's like how many Jordan colorways?
No, I'm just saying the silhouette itself.
Silhouette.
Silhouette itself.
God damn, we gotta take the time with the show.
Exactly.
I'll rank Jordans. And
Exactly. It's
I
not even your
didn't say,
top
yeah.
10.
it's not in my top 5.
Give me that.
It's not
one,
your top 10.
One to
It's
30.
like 30 pairs of Jordans. Even if it did make the top 10, if
But
it's
it's like
11.
the 15 is 15 good Jordans. Like everybody will like.
One,
so,
one
I
to
mean,
33. Where
I was
where
born
the
at 15.
1 to
Huh?
33? Where did the 8s rank?
Oh, God damn it. Can I just go through? Okay, let me just
No.
go. Let me just start with 1 and just work my way down.
We got this the whole
Because I gotta
show.
put them in. Because I gotta put it in order. I
Pick a
gotta
number.
actually think about it.
13.
All right, you know what? 11.
All right,
11.
All right, perfect. Done.
11. There you go.
All right,
like I
so-
said, they're not in your top 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't say they were,
I said that you weren't.
and I didn't disagree with you on
Yeah,
that.
he was.
I mean, they
Once again, that would fall in line with me saying they're not my favorite, but I don't hate it.
in the top third.
Oh shit!
What?
Something occurred to me.
Saw the Matrix.
What?
No, yeah, I did watch the Matrix. That the SB and SB Gina is Shoe Palace.
Wow. Breaking news on the Sneaker Box podcast.
It's time to go home.
Man, yeah, we should end the show on that. We'll talk more about it on the Half and
You
Half
know what?
podcast.
No, I know what it is. He thought it was a sneaker box. He thought it was us and Gina.
Wow.
That's what you thought it was, right?
Man,
I just can't wait to get my own Jordan or shoe.
What the hell? Wow,
Oh,
you
said
really,
the
that
SB.
literally
I thought you were talking about the SB for the SB Jordan 1, the LA to Chicago, NYC, Paris. Yeah.
Oh, those are
Why were they going to Paris anyway?
man, I don't even know, man.
That's probably one of the bigger international markets, though.
That's just okay. What they got to do with skateboarding?
and those didn't sell out.
Same thing with LA, Chicago. I do with skateboard.
Well, LA makes sense. I don't
But
know why
Chicago-
Chicago did. I
it's a
agree.
Jordan.
I agree.
Exactly.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that. I'm just saying. I understand the LA aspect of it. I don't understand as the Chicago, Paris. I can understand New York because New York is just that market. But
What about Miami?
I mean, if we talk about skateboarding cultures, well, I mean that's all West Coast.
That's New York.
Yeah, New York skate.
New York's.
I mean, but it started out there though.
So they need
If you're
to
paying
make-
homage to it,
They need to make some surfing.
that was the whole
page
point of them
there.
using the Jordan 1.
No,
Like,
I think it was more so the Jordan Chicago LA rivalry when he won.
okay,
his
let's
first
just be
one.
honest though. They were just trying to find a story to fit.
I totally don't agree. It was a reaching with 5 fouls. I totally agree with.
Thank
the
you. They
cover.
was reaching
So
for
I'm
the
just
story.
saying, like that's why they went.
Let's
with
not think too hard and act like there was a real story behind this release. It was
it. I mean, it's a common one they've always went with. They put the
Yeah.
Laker color on the 6s. They put like it's just
Yeah.
what they.
But
do.
I mean, that's why I said, what was the purpose for NYC to Paris? I mean,
There
I
was
guess you
none.
say other than like if there's
There
like,
was really
is there
none.
like
they had that colorway and I was like, what are we gonna call it? New York and Paris. Let's
I
go.
was gonna say, is there a huge skate culture in Paris?
I would have
Yeah.
no clue. Is
yeah,
it?
this, yeah.
Okay.
I figured it would be a bigger skate culture in like Germany.
I mean, you can't do nothing else. The food terrible, so might as well skate.
Where?
Oh, in Paris?
Paris.
What? Duh, yeah.
Oh,
no.
we got French fries,
No, no.
French
They
toast,
eat that shit. Sound like that. That was
No.
that.
crepes.
Paris got great food, yo. I don't know who told you that.
Paris food is. I don't think it's great.
Have you been to Paris?
Yes, I've been to Paris. I feel like Paris food isn't that great.
Paris is
London food is the worst. I haven't had.
No,
London
I
food.
agree
My
with you on
sister
that.
had
London
food.
food is bland as hell.
Paris, no.
Ain't no flavor. You might as well eat fish and chips the entire time you're there, which I did.
Nah, I can't.
It's like they had a tartar sauce shortage too, because it's like they give me like 2 big pieces of fish and then like a thing of tartar sauce like this big, like a sample.
Maybe that's because most people don't use that much like dressing and stuff on their food.
No, they have no flavor over there. It's like they don't have no taste buds in London.
They might not.
Like seriously, there's no salt, there's no seasoning, there's nothing.
You supposed to just drink the beer with it, probably.
Oh god, yeah, well, no, that's the only thing they put flavor in.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you get your flavor.
Like Jesus, they food is healthy for you though, because they don't use no fructose corn syrup. Like they don't even use the sugar no more. They're using like honey for like their pop. They're using like all natural stuff. So healthy for you. That's why they all in shape. But yeah, no flavor at all. Anyway, and then number 1 is the SP Gina Special Edition Air Jordan Retro 1 High OG.
Hey, Francis, what that SP stand for?
Shoe palette.
Oh, there we go.
Man, wow. Maybe we should have had to go down there and do that Scantron test. Like,
Francis would have been walking around like, why the hell are we here?
Man.
what's the name was there too? Frank Cooker, and they were there at the store. That's okay. All right.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, a lot of
Why
people.
weren't you there, influencer?
I know.
Because they're mailing his.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
wish.
right.
Gina gonna deliver his
Yeah.
personal.
His isn't going to be in a lunchbox. It's going to be in a cooler.
Exactly.
If that was the case, I wouldn't have been on the website.
So they gonna
With a
I was
diploma.
gonna say they're gonna have Gina show up in the yellow school bus for Caesar with the shoe.
The school bus is for his shoes.
Wow.
It needed.
That's crazy.
All y'all can go to hell.
And Nike's like, since you're already going out there, give him the rest of his samples that we owe him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
now, it must be nice, man. I sit next to a legend and an influencer every single
I got 2
Monday.
shoes.
Monday.
3.
No, you didn't get more. You
I got
more
3
than 2
shoes. I got 3 shoes.
And then
Here's mine.
the influencer take your ideas and sell them off to Nike so that he can get more shoes.
Exactly.
I got 3
That's
shoes.
why I feel the league is eternal.
3 shoes.
You got more than 3 shoes.
Yeah.
I got 3 shoes. I can name
I'm
you the
just talking about
shoes.
collectively, not just from Nike. You got Asics joints, even though they wasn't your size, you still
They're
got
not even
them.
his size.
Exactly. Ewins. You got the Jordan
Shout out to Noah
samples.
Godowitz, by the way, too.
Oregon Ducks. What else you get? You got some Chinese
Oregon
New Year
Ducks?
sixes. The Oregon Duck LeBrons.
Okay, yeah.
Soldiers. Exactly. You don't remember. You got them
He can't
sixes.
keep track.
Can't keep track.
Exactly. Come on, man.
That's 3 shoes from Nike, though.
Bro, you still got more on the way. You know what
How?
I'm saying? You got the Detroit to Dallas SBs on the way. You got what else you got? You got the
When you rub the navy blue off,
exactly,
Navy blue.
and he got the Panda Express A6 gel like 5s coming. Like
They don't even fit 'em.
you got some heat coming, bro, that nobody else got. Jordan Brand dropped Quai just so they can give him the shoes for you, man. Like,
If
come
y'all
on.
want to hear my response, tune into the Half and Half podcast.
So I mean, come on, bro. You get it's what it is, bro.
That's some bullshit.
If they don't send you the shoe, we don't know what it look like.
All the pictures on Sneaker by Detroit are his personal
This
ones.
nigga by Detroit are his.
exactly.
Are his, man.
Oh, wow.
That's why they be shrinking the picture to make it look like a 9. Like, nah, we know it's a 15, bro. Oh, and who's the king of Photoshop?
You know what's funny? Buckeye City So. I will say this, though. I just don't have the stamina to argue with you today, so I'm just going to roll with everything you said.
Because it's facts, man.
It's true.
Are you not gonna argue back? So we
I don't
can
have it in me.
So we can keep.
Facts.
Going?
I feel like
All
I
right,
should.
come
I
on,
feel like I
keep
should
going.
reserve my energy for like something that's worth arguing.
Because you know it's the facts, man.
Ugliest release of the week.
Can't argue against the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's bullshit. Ugliest release of the week, and there's a lot of them. I don't know what to go with. I'm gonna go with. There's some bad ones. I'm gonna go with the young one, the Adidas young one, Snake. Even though Nike tried to drop a M2K Techno Snake colorway as well. I don't know what this whole Snake thing is about, but y'all need to
I don't know
stop.
why they dropping MT2K
Period.
55 Techno or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know
The
why.
MTKs is like basically they nothing but what?
They Monarchs all
Monarchs.
over.
Yeah, they Monarch.
Basically.
They're like the McLaren, like Mercedes, and then you got the McLaren. What's that joint called? The Mercedes, the AMG. Like they nothing but some AMG Monarchs. That's what they are. That's what 2Ks are.
But it's weird though when you see these brands like all jump on like one theme.
I'm gonna get a gray pair. I saw a gray pair for $45. I'm not gonna get one.
Oh wow.
Turn into a hype beast.
No, I'm actually a dad. That's a dad shoe. That's all. I'm doing that.
But yeah, this whole snakeskin phase need to just play out. Like,
It probably will once the phones drop. That'll probably be the end of
oh
it.
god, I'm getting nauseous thinking about those. But there is some other ones like the Air Jordan 3 Explorer. That's that boot looking shoe.
The Air Jordan Utility.
Yeah, they could have kept that.
Yeah, they could have kept that. I don't know. You want to say something nice about it?
Yeah, I know you're gonna grab these.
The hell am I supposed to say about that?
I don't know. Say something nice. You got to.
I'm gonna just keep drinking.
No, that's your segment. Like you think Guru, he came up with it.
What?
Pull up the shoe.
Y'all gonna get these, man? All-Star Weekend.
I don't know.
C's will.
He's gonna get these are the C's are gonna have the Khaled joints. We're gonna get the GRs. You know what I'm saying?
C's gonna be in the video with Khaled when
Exactly.
Khaled is debuting the shoe.
C's is getting the Grateful 3.
And
We're getting the ungrateful.
And his rollout gonna be like Father of McKenzie. They already got the rollout for him. We're gonna get Gina out the way. Then we got C's coming up next for the end of the summer. It must be nice, man.
I was gonna say, probably if you listen like really closely to the Father of Assad album, you probably can hear C somewhere in the background on the ad lib.
Yeah.
Grateful. Thank you.
We the best.
See?
Yeah, while he's looking up that shoe,
I'm doing what?
look up the Jordan 3 Explorer Anthracite. And you know that's not going to be the colorway, right?
Best shoe this summer.
Yep.
Best shoe this
Michigan
summer.
5s.
Michigan 5s, yellow joints.
I agree. And I love that patch on the back. I love that.
I'm definitely getting
Oh, yeah, because it look like the old patch from like the jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that.
What I think about these black Tinker 3s?
They're cool.
Yeah, you could've picked them.
They're all right.
And these Lakers.
The best colorway was they're cool too. The best colorway was the first one.
Oh, where the hell is the snake?
The Tinkers.
I definitely.
But everybody just sounds lethargic.
I don't know.
What was I gonna say? God damn it, I'm thrown off. You know what? There was a controversy too over the weekend about the bread 11s.
Controversy.
Dang, Jumpman out here. Okay, so the playoff 11s. I wanted to tease him with that, but
With that 45?
no, not the 45. But I forgot who somebody posted. He's supposed to. This is what I hate when people post stuff early and they act like this person is just connected. This is what happens when people that you think is connected ain't connected. So he posted a picture of some the low cut patent leather 11s. Talking about these are the ones that are going to be released this weekend. First of all, that was the one for 2012 because if you notice the direction of the Jumpman, it was the opposite direction, and it had a 23. Like people are so gullible. Like you can literally, if you got enough followers and you post something online, people go crazy.
Duh.
And
That's how it worked.
apparently, and it's
You're
just
not
like,
realizing that? You of all people, you an influencer. You haven't realized
Exactly.
that?
That's
this
what
really gonna be a thing of the show.
you've helped create this climate.
Wow.
I was gonna say you're supposed to be one of the gatekeepers.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You like you like in Thor the Bifrost. You supposed to stick your foot down and hype beasts coming in, you cannot let them come in.
Wow.
Only the true OGs.
What the hell you done put in this cup?
Only the true OGs. Only the true OGs, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely didn't give him what I had.
Hey, he threw it off the backboard. I had to finish.
Man, he put some powder in there.
No, absolutely not.
What was Idris Elba name in the Thor movie?
I don't know.
Oldenhorst, Oldenheimer.
Yeah.
Heisenberg?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. We go Heisenberg.
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, cool.
I mean, he died, so I mean, if you're okay with that.
Spoiler alert.
Again,
Look, if you ain't seen Infinity
if
War,
you haven't seen any of them by now, you just suck as a human. So
I ain't gonna say all that. But
I will.
You don't get to see spoiler alerts.
Heimdall.
Hendo.
Heimdall.
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 Oh, Heimdall. Yep. Yes.
Heimdall, yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was dope. Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, that's some ugly ass shoes. Let's see. You got those shoes put up, Francis?
Some of them.
Damn it! I thought he was gonna forget.
Okay. No. I don't even care about that no more.
What the hell?
Oh, you got the
is
3?
that?
You got the Jordan 3?
I did. I just closed it.
No, just
Okay, never
close
mind.
that.
I pulled up that Alexander Future show.
Oh, Future or
Man,
something?
that looked like the Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
That looked like
It does. It has that look to it. That Kobe 2.
Kobe 2 on crack.
How much is it, Geeno?
Hold on. Let me get the music going. Hold on.
Oh, are we doing that too?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, never mind.
Do, do,
Oh no, yeah,
do,
he left. No.
do,
You got it?
do, no.
Okay, never mind. I don't got it.
we extra janky today.
Yeah.
Do.
Do-do-do.
Can I get drunk Francis to sing it out though? Like it's gotta be slurred. A little bit.
All right, we'll say that for next week.
Offbeat.
There is an Off-White Nike waffle. There's an Off-White Nike waffle racer pack releasing soon for the ladies. The Just Don, and I don't know why they're still trying to sell us on the fact that this is a Just Don shoe and it's not. But anyway, the Just Don Special Edition Jordan Legacy 312 low drops this summer for anybody that cares.
The black and red was already dropped, right?
Trash.
Yeah, the black and red was nice.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
it's
The
not.
black and
Stop.
red was this
Just
nice.
stop, girl.
No, it's not.
It is nice.
No, man.
I told you the best one they did was that Olympic color for the kids.
Yep.
That's the best one.
Yep. I'd agree. You know what?
The
Them
Mexican
black
was
ones,
nice. And
them black and gold ones ain't bad. Yeah. That's perfect timing right there.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hello?
Hey, this is Brandon. I contacted African Caesar a few days ago about joining the show.
Yeah. It was
How you
about
doing, man?
what's going on? I think it was about the Puerto Rico Air Force One, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So you took umbrage with, he hit me up on Instagram and he took issue. You know, we talked about it last week where Nike got the wrong country.
And they canceled it.
Yeah, they canceled. Yeah, they canceled the release, and there's some pairs already out there, so that's not a value of that going up. But no, yeah. So you wanted to give your 2 cents on the whole situation. Go ahead, Mike is yours.
Yeah. So with respect to all of that, I still stand by what I said. I had made a video, kind of addressing Nike about it. Pretty much, we need to hold these big brands accountable. I feel as if what they had done in that situation was just such an incredibly disrespectful thing to a bunch of different cultures. Obviously, if you have a shoe celebrating Puerto Rican culture and you involve an indigenous Panamanian art form and art style, it's just disrespectful, to be quite honest and quite frank.
Right.
I didn't appreciate it at all. And I know that Nike did cancel it, but I feel like I can't help but feel as if them canceling it was more of a business move rather than like them actually acknowledging, like we messed up in this case. Because obviously the backlash was already like big enough.
Yeah.
I feel like if they would have kept it in there, it just would have been bad for business. But all in all, like I am very happy with the community that like, voices were able to be heard to the point where like Nike actually like committed to a change, but it should never have happened in the first place.
I agree. And this is why, like, people say sometimes that like I dislike everything. No, it's like I think people need to be vocal when they need to be. I think people need to be more vocal because I think too often we give these brands a pass, and when you do that, they start feeling like, okay, well, we can get away with murder. Like, think about it. Like, when people were just buying Jordans, even though the quality was like subpar and they was using like subpar leather and materials, and people kept buying it, like, they continued to do it. It wasn't until people started becoming more vocal about their displeasure that they, called themselves doing a remastered thing, and then they quickly dropped that. But, things have gotten a little bit better, and, I just hate when people just give brands a pass because, for whatever reason, I don't want to speculate. And so I think holding them accountable is a good thing. We talked about this when the Black History Month collection came out, and just conveniently that nobody thought to talk about it until we did. But with that being said, it just, I don't know why they just couldn't do the due diligence. It just seems to me that somebody went on vacation, saw a design, and just assumed that it was Puerto Rican because maybe they saw it in Puerto Rico. And, like if I see, the Mona Lisa at the Detroit Institute of Art, that doesn't mean it's a Detroit thing. Like that's, it wasn't even painted. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seemed lazy to me. And this is why I always say representation matters. Because if you had people in a room and have them involved, like, I don't understand why you didn't have anybody Puerto Rican on your staff. If you're going to do a Puerto Rican collection, why wouldn't you tap into the Puerto Rican employees you have? Because they're going to care more about it.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to put, I hate to say it this way, but they're going to put more into it than somebody who's not Puerto Rican. Because you're going to end up with something like this. You know what I'm saying? When people come out with an Air Force One, they ain't got shit to do with Puerto Rico. So, you know, it's sad. And you would think a company like Nike would do the due diligence. You know, you can avoid the controversy by just doing your homework. But now they got the and this is like the second week. I mean, they're not paying pregnant athletes. It was something else that they did last week, and then now they got the Puerto Rican.
You said something else they did last week?
It is something else. There's like two controversies.
You're like an outspoken influencer. I like you, see.
Thank you.
So I know, like they tried, like I think the only thing they tried doing was incorporating like the coquille into it, but it wasn't it was like instilled there. It was an image done in that same pattern, that mola pattern. I forgot what it's called. But
the mola,
it was incorporated, but still in that same pattern. Like, I feel like they missed the mark when they could have done it with like a lot of the Taino or the Arawak, like older, like indigenous, Caribbean people, like artwork. They could have still did the coquille. They could have they still could have did all that, but they just like.
But if I got a company, like if I wanted to do something and pay tribute to the Chinese New Year, right? I'm going to reach out to people.
That's a bad example because
they always get, don't they always get that right though? They at least always pick
apparently
the proper, they always pick the proper animal.
But when they making the shoe, that's a bad joke.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But they're represented in the Nike headquarters though.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, as a Hispanic myself, I'm sure we're represented there too. I mean, someone's got to like. Clean the floors. I mean, for real. No, for real. I mean,
the lawns
grass ain't gonna cut itself.
The lawns are probably manicured very nicely.
It is what it is, right? Like, we've all been in corporate America.
But no, here's what I was. But once again, like, how hard is it to say, you know what, we want to do a Puerto Rican collection, and you know what, do we have any Puerto Rican designers? Hey, let's have them work on this. You know, like.
I mean, it's not their first time at the rodeo. They had other Puerto Rican shoes that would deal with,
and they had Puerto Rican collaborators. Or, you know, they had Latino, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, Papito Garcia.
Yeah. Him. So it's like, why, why would you not, I just don't get it. Like, cause to me, it's such a simple fix. It's such a simple answer. And, you know, you're doing a test and you overthink the question.
Especially for it to be an Air Force One. Why don't you just go ask Fat Joe? Hey, Fat Joe, you want your own shoe finally?
God.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, just make it easy.
Yeah, it's just, it absolutely makes no sense. And, you know, I'm not Puerto Rican, so, you know, but I can understand, like, if it's anything like how they did us for Black History Month, I can understand your frustration. I can relate.
No, it's bold.
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
It's for me, I tried wrapping my head around it because, I mean, I'm someone who, like, I've been into sneakers. I've been into Nike my entire life since I was really young. And, you know, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, once you really start, like, applying your mind to it, and, I mean, it's everything you said. Like, there should be no issue with, you know, if you don't have someone in the room who's of Puerto Rican descent, like, collaborate with someone. Simple as that. Like, you have, like you said, you have to do your homework on these type of things. And the fact that, like, they did this shows me, like, I feel like their idea of like what it is to make a shoe celebrating Puerto Rican culture, like, to them, Nike's historically either like just stuck the flag on the shoe and like called it a day, or like they do something disrespectful like this when, like, me myself, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, but like I know Puerto Rico is a place rich in culture. Like, you have the Taino culture, you have the coquille, which is the only thing they did good in that shoe. You also, I mean, I spoke about it in my video, but like, if I feel like Nike's a brand that, like, when they feel like it, they can like push, like they can push boundaries and like they can create something really special. And for me, I think it would have been really cool to see them kind of push the ideas of Puerto Rican identity, because one of the things that is a topic that's like been coming out more recently is, for example, the African heritage that's on the island. That's something you could speak about and like design something about it for days. Like there's
don't ask for that because they just put kente cloth on it. That's all they do.
Well, so here's the thing.
Exactly.
So you know, it's interesting. You said you're Puerto Rican and Dominican. So like, I feel like I'm full blood Puerto Rican, but I really felt like the Dominican Air Force ones they just did, the De Los Mios, I think those were really done really well.
Yo, those are fire. I don't understand how is it that you can go from designing something that well. And on top of that, the marketing was crazy for that. Like, those sold out, right? Like,
yeah, and they're going.
Easy answer. Somebody Dominican was in the room for that.
But then,
show.
like, if you can go back to the 2013 release of the Air Force One that they did for Puerto Rico, that had the patchwork on it and the faux laser with the morro and the flag and the congas, all that stuff.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they can do it. It's just they're just lazy.
I don't know. It's just this year they just dropped the ball so hard and.
No, I don't feel bad.
Because
I thought it was just us. I thought they didn't just care about black folk, but I see they don't care about Puerto Rico.
I mean,
George Bush.
They are the George Bush.
they kind of backhanded us with the Air Max, but that was it.
I mean, my thing with them is I don't understand what's so hard to before you release a shoe. Why don't you take it to something like a focus group? Like, I don't understand what's the hardest part about
especially if you call yourself paying tribute to something, because you want that tribute to be seen. You want it to.
Like, I can understand if, okay, maybe if there's a leaked photo.
Yeah.
You can't control that.
Right.
Hypothetically.
How your SpongeBob shoe look better, a tribute to SpongeBob, than your Puerto Rican shoe is a tribute to Puerto Rico?
Man, that's something you can talk about for days. That shows where the priorities are.
Hey, at least they didn't do like Adidas and put a whole white Ultra Boost and put a basketball insole and say,
well, for Puerto Rico, they probably would have put a baseball in there for him.
Yeah, churro
definitely.
or something. Yeah.
It's a churro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Did you call it a churro?
Churro.
And what Adidas did for that Black History Month, collection was also just like
What that sandwich?
disrespectful.
It was obvious that Nike took inspiration from Adidas.
Yeah, very much so.
They have to be taking notes.
How lazy can we be?
Like,
Adidas, they'll never let that down for me. I'm sorry.
How
That might be the
disrespectful
worst.
and lazy can we be? And they're like, we got it.
Yeah, I know. Nike's like, hold
Probably
on.
like, we got to come up with something real good to outdo them with that one.
That celebrating black culture shoe is like, how the hell?
You know,
they said, was that supposed to be like the
the Harlem Renaissance? Shit, right? Probably.
I mean, Panamanian, Puerto Rican, it's all the same thing, right?
Oh boy, man, that might be the most disrespectful shoe in the history of shoes, right there.
Seriously,
Honestly.
I don't even know.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate you. Matter of fact, you want to plug the video that you did?
Oh, most definitely. My name on YouTube is Urban Logic. Urban as in city, logic as in logical. I do sneaker videos. I also do lots of houseplant videos. The video itself is called Nike, You Had One Job, rant on the Nike Air Force Puerto Rico 2019. So yeah, if you guys want to catch it, get my thoughts on the matter, you're more than welcome to check it out. And if you like what you see, you can stick by if you want.
I'll
All right,
check it
Once
out.
again, my name is Brandon Polanco.
No, I appreciate you calling in, man. I appreciate you reaching out. And shout out to NJL23 Dan, because he sent you my direction, right?
Yeah. That was. I mean, that's another thing. He's just been amazing in this whole process. Like, he's really been a mentor for me. And you know, just being able to like have that connection was really dope. And I appreciate you guys even having me on the podcast. Like, it's really dope.
Nah, man, we want to be an outlet for people to, voice things like this. So appreciate you taking the time to call in.
Of course.
All right, homie. Thank you.
Man, take care.
All right. Have a good rest of your
MJ is going to hear that and tear up, isn't he?
He probably teared up when he was passing the information.
I'm y'all ain't shit.
Y'all terrible.
Y'all horrible.
That's terrible.
Y'all ain't shit.
But I'm going to check out that dude's video.
Check on Geeno and Francis. Here's the thing.
And what's even more fucked up about that is that I am now going to like seek out that canceled shoe. Like, I want it as just a part of
I know, right?
A history.
I know it's going to happen. But it makes me think about, and Guru knows, because we talk about this every time we go to a sneaker con, is that you see so many sheeple, right? You see so many people that just, oh, I love this shoe. Why do you love that shoe?
That's all that says.
Why do you love that shoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, and it's funny because everybody go through these waves like, oh, I got to wear nothing but Boost. And all of a sudden, I'm wearing Jordans. Not to say you can't wear both, but you can see people are just riding trends instead of actually buying shit they like. And it's so frustrating. Like, I went to No Joe Kicks earlier this week, or later last week, I was down in the area. I was downtown, and I just went over there to bullshit because I thought somebody
Under
was
store
there.
was closed.
You paid for parking to go over there, huh?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ain't walked 3 blocks.
But what happened was like I'm in there and like the guy was like, "So
He
what
went
you
for
think
No
about the
Joe Kicks
Travis?"
Day.
He was waiting for Hudson Cafe to open up.
He went for
That's
no,
what that was.
he went for No Joe Kicks Day.
Let me
There's
waste
an
my
actual
time.
No Joe Kicks Day. Man, that
It was
better.
that. I'm just saying.
I need to step to my shoe.
Oh my goodness, man! I couldn't help it. I just heap over it.
But I go in there and the guy's like, talking about the Travis Scott ones, and I'm like, "Look, man, you like him, whatever. I ain't feeling him."
Wait, who? Which guy?
I don't even know his name. He knew, and he was like, "Oh, these the best Jordan ones ever." And I'm like, "Dog, just stop talking."
When did Kai
please."
start working there?
Apparently that day. That was his first day there. And I'm just like, man, like that shit makes me like not even want to be on this planet no more. I'm just gonna like break into Elliot Musk's house.
Could he give you a reason why he thought it was the best?
It's still one of those
or you
Tesla
just-
spaceships
or you
and
just cut him off.
be like, I'm out. Huh?
Did you just completely cut him off? Or did he
I just
at least
wrote.
give you a
I did
reason?
that. I did that. Tony Stark Iro. I was just like,
Oh, you snapped him away?
I wish.
No, I've been getting that crazy ass look too. Like when people have asked me what I've done with my Travis Scott, I'm like, I sold that motherfucker. Like,
Might as well, Ed.
yeah, and they're like, oh, I was getting a lot of slack for it. Like, oh, you talk a lot about like, yo, I literally didn't like the shoe. I don't like the wrapper, and I was able to buy like 4 other shoes I really wanted. So
Right.
it seemed like a decent trade off to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more power to you. I just avoid it at all costs, and I'm just
I mean, I
like,
think we could easily just say 2019, that is going to go down as the most overhyped release.
oh, easy.
Until these fours come out,
What's for us?
the other colorways of the
The
Travis Scott.
fours are
fours.
nice though.
Yeah,
The
I
fours
want
are
those
nice.
purple ones.
The purple ones are cool.
I want the deep olive ones.
Purple ones are cool. That's
You
the
know
only-
what?
only ones I don't
Those
like.
aren't that bad because that's a color you don't rarely see on,
Is it-
on a silhouette like
Is it
that.
the brown ones that have like the wood grain like eyelet like pieces?
I think they got like 2 samples of that shoe.
Yeah, one of them that has like a wood grainness.
One
like,
they got
that
like a
was
solid
nice.
midsole, one got a translucent midsole. Like it's just a couple samples.
But I mean, my question is this stuff that he's really sitting down and helping design.
Them sixes are
I
trash.
feel like
I think he is.
yeah, he is with these.
I think so. Because them sixes, that's
The only
like a
reason
trash.
I
And the
ask is
sweet stuff
because-
is sweet enough not to be done by a Nike person, no disrespect. And then the other stuff that people don't like has been like, who's going to put a pocketbook on the side of a 6? Right?
I mean, I'm
Travis Scott.
just questioning some of the colors only because typically, like the type of stuff I see him wearing is like just all black.
I mean, but he wears that.
So to wear like the earth tone colors.
Well, those
like
are
that-
all darker colors. I feel like he's done.
That's another thing too. I'm so tired of I'm burnt out on earth tones. Like that's just me. I need some color in my life, man. Sorry. Like them earth tones are just killing me. Killing me.
There go your Yeezys. He's in 5 in bike.
Killing me. Y'all know where
No
I stand.
Sunday
on,
service for you.
y'all know where I stand on Yeezys, man. On these, that's another shoe that can go away. Like I'm telling you, between Jordan 1s
Not going anywhere.
and Yeezys,
No, nowhere anytime soon.
I know.
I think, like I said, I probably
I
would
know.
get a pair of 700s, man. 750s. I forgot what.
Speaking of that, they got Yeezys coming out. It's all the same colorway in 2 days, but one is reflective and the other one isn't.
That's like a $300 price difference.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
And you got, I
On the
mean, they
aftermarket.
dropped reflective Chinese New Year 60s, and you got the sample non-reflective. So I mean, same thing.
it's not the same thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. 'cause
And then he went and added the reflective.
It's,
and then
it's a
messed
huge
up and put it
difference.
over the whole shoe.
It's a huge difference between saying, okay, I'm going to come out with this shoe today, and they come out with the exact same shoe, just not as reflective tomorrow.
But here's my thing, though. Like, they don't do it because the people buy it.
I
That's-
understand
That's
that.
why I can't get mad.
I'm not
at
talking
brands.
to the brand. I'm talking to the people.
The same
What
way
is
how
it?
you just talked about the sheeple at SneakerCon.
Yeah.
Those are the people that's going to buy that
I
shoe
know, and that's like,
in mass quantities.
it's just like, dog, y'all, I'm tired of the silhouette. I'm tired of these dumbass colorways.
I want that all black.
How many shades of brown can you go through? Like, I'm learning, like, new colors.
I mean,
of
go
brown.
I was gonna say, Jordan brand is kinda
and they
guilty
can
of that
flip,
too, though.
and they can
yeah, but they at least they
Yeezy,
spread it
the
over the
hype
last
beast can
30
say,
years.
"Dog, how many times you gonna buy a bread 4 or bread 13 or bread Jordan?" So I mean,
But they're not doing it like 5 times a year. Like,
Jordan 1.
come on.
but, and
man.
how many times have I complained
Bro,
about it?
I'm
Well,
just-
no, I'm not saying that you haven't complained
I'm
about it.
just saying that the
like,
hype
in
beast can
general.
say the same.
Like,
thing
I just
about
said, like,
Jordan
earlier in
brands
this
that
show,
you
like,
say
how
about
many
the
Chicago
Yeezys.
ones do I need?
But I'm saying, though, the same thing that the Yeezy, that they doing with the Yeezy 350s,
They're doing
it's
the
the
Jordan.
same thing.
I
they're doing with
understand,
the
but I'm just
Jordan
saying, like, one is doing it in,
So,
like,
But that's what I'm saying
compact
is
amount
like,
of time, and the other one is doing it like over 30 years.
You can't necessarily blame the brand for it. Like you
I just said I
blame
did.
No,
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying
blaming.
you have to blame the people 100% for it because the same thing with the Jordan 1. They
Ain't
keep
that who I'm
buying it.
blaming?
But I mean, I said, but Jordans hit the Yeezys
I'm
do
saying
back
no,
to
but
back.
You could blame the people.
The
completely
Yeezys
for
do.
it,
The
'cause they do it
Yeezys
for
are.
both.
Oh, no, I agree.
both
Like
brands.
Adidas, I say this about Supreme. Like Supreme is only going to do what Supreme is going to do, right? Like if you're going to fight over a bus pass and pay $300 for it, more power to Supreme. Like whatever, they making their money, right? I'm more mad at the idiots that's fighting over a bus pass. Same thing with this. Like if you're going to be that guy that need like 50 different shades of brown and some type of like slave shoe, then that's on you. Like
I feel like, but the thing is that the Yeezys are more close together. But then once they drop, you still have breathing room. Jordan seems so repetitive because you have so many dropping every month. So yeah, the Jordan bread colorway might drop once every 2 months, but it still feels like okay. Once I bought this shoe and kind of chill with it, another bread colorway is coming. So I feel like you kind of got the same thing. I mean, it's
well, at least they give you like multiple silhouettes too, though. So it ain't like you just getting as much as I complain about the Jordans. At least you get like a 7 or 8
at least 5
or
or
a
6.
10 or
And I was
an
gonna
11.
say, the other thing that Jordan Brand is guilty of is how one year they give you something with the Jumpman logo on the back of it,
And then the very next year
you get the Nike Air on it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
So-
I'm just saying, like, I'm being consistent in my complaints. I'm just saying, I'm tired of both. I'm tired of seeing ones. I'm tired of seeing 30 different shades of brown Yeezys. I'm tired of both of them. If they both drove off a cliff, Thelma and Louise style, I would not complain.
Yeezys and Jordans?
Jordan 1s and Yeezy 350s.
Okay. I mean, they do with other Jordans, though. Not just Jordan 1s, but they do with
They don't like the Jordan 1s are ridiculous. I mean,
that's the most.
And that was the most, and it was funny because I remember like people were really coveting Jordan 1s because they, there was a long time because they didn't have the Nike Air on there, and it was like a long period between 2000 and what was the first pair, like 2013?
Well, I was gonna say even like just the standard high top. Remember those? They never came out as
exactly.
frequently.
So I mean, realistically, you're talking about from 1994 to 2015, then because even when they first came back out with the 2013s, they weren't the high cut. They were more like mids. So if we're being technical, there was a long period of time. And so I remember when they first came back with the high cut Nike Air, it was like, bet. Now, in a span of 4 years, I'm like, man, if I see one more Jordan 1. And I mean, honestly, I went from like, I'm about to get every colorway at once to like, I'm good.
And they made too many for you to get.
Yeah. Like now, like only ones I might get is the OG ones, like the metallic pack, if they ever come out, the purple and green ones and the orange ones.
Because you want those, they won't do them.
I know. That's why I try not to say it. But
I don't know, because he's an influencer.
They'll mail him his.
Yeah, they'll mail him his.
Wow. That's going to be the theme of the show then. I guess that's going to be the theme of the show.
I mean, it's the theme of your
For what it's
sneaker
worth,
career.
just because they keep harping on you about the whole influencer thing, you might want to check your login info on stuff. Breaking news just hit in the tech world. There's a database of about 17 million Instagram influencers in particular that got hacked, usernames, passwords, email addresses, all that fun stuff.
Cool. But so
there you go.
Dang, so somebody might take your sample 6s.
And then you got a Samsung, so it's easy to hack into that. So
Damn.
Hack into your mama. So
that was such an influence.
That's like the classic. I have no comeback.
right, like your mama, like that's because it's a good go to. It's an oldie but goodie. Yeah, so man, I'm just saying, I'm just tired of certain sneakers, like especially for companies like a Jordan Brand and a Nike, because y'all got so many silhouettes. Even Adidas, y'all got so many silhouettes over the course of y'all history, and y'all keep beating up the same ones. It's like, dog, like enough already.
So then, let me ask you this:
What?
Let me ask Francis this: would you be mad if Air Force Ones kind of like for real went away for a little bit?
Nah, I think it'd be a nice little like change of pace, because I think they've gone away from like giving Air Force Ones like a real dope colorway or dope. The dopest thing they've done so far was those denim ones from Friday with that
the 3X1.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
You get the Pistons joints. I thought I might get those.
Those are dope. I seen those in person. Those are nice.
Which ones? The all white ones?
The high tops and the lows.
Yeah, there's like a red one and a blue one.
Yeah.
Are those? No, you talking about that all white sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, that sheet.
Oh, that sheet. It's like patent leather, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if they don't age well.
I can't wait for that to yellow in 2 weeks.
I was gonna say
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
No, my thing is they released the all white patent leather like 3-4 years ago.
The low.
That was a high. We sold it at Villa. It was a patent leather.
Sheed?
No, I'm talking about the high top Air Force.
Oh yeah, this got good sheet logo on it.
Yeezy moment, Adidas moment. So they dropping the Pistons.
Yeah.
It's called the NBA Final 2004 NBA.
Oh, those.
Yeah, because remember they did the one for the what was that for the was that 89? Or
yeah, I'm thinking they're doing the one. I think they're doing the 04 Sheed joint again. Let me see that.
Those are the Pistons.
Yeah, that's that real one.
No, I ain't seen these samples. These are influencer pack.
That's not the ones I've seen.
Oh, you mean them the ones that's in the mail that they
and then
show you?
That design is the same structure from the outside of the palace, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, these are nice. I might have to grab them. Grab the Air Forces and take the picture like Francis do.
Wow. Oh yeah, these are okay. I'm tripping.
We gonna puff past that around.
Nah, send it back to Francis.
Yeah, how much you going for?
I'm not sure.
Play monkey in the middle.
But I'm not in the middle.
But they should definitely put the Air Force One away.
Let's see what else is there to talk about.
Eat your tuna sandwich, man.
There's another. You gonna eat it?
Absolutely not. I don't want you, man. I want my influencer going hungry, man. That's
wow. And there's speaking of ones, there's another court purple pair coming out next year.
It looks just like the ones I just posted in the group chat, but just with the cream side panel. Yeah, gotcha.
And then we talked about the Quai 54 Jordan collection. Okay, Quai. It's America.
We calling it Quai.
Quail 54.
We gonna pronounce the Q.
Yeah, no, I like the A-Star. Like honestly, I do. So hopefully people had that same energy. Actually, those have been easier to get like every year. It seemed like
because they didn't got whacker,
huh?
Because they didn't got whacker. The earlier releases of the Quai or the K,
the twos are hard.
The threes is just.
I feel like they just making more pairs though.
I think so too. Yeah. Honestly, I think so.
And they're offsetting it with just like friends and family versions.
Yeah. Because the twos are hard. I mean, people just hate the twos, so those are
because I bet you what's probably going to end up happening with this, with that 8 and the 1. Mm-hmm. That 8 will probably be the one to be harder to get. The 1, since it's a mid.
People don't like 8s like that. Like
yeah, but people like what you said. People don't
so
like
hopefully
it's
easy to get. Yeah,
people don't like mid 1s
because even the championship pack. Remember the why did they stop doing that? By the way,
I don't know, man. But
the championship pack.
It's probably a good thing they stopped doing it.
I mean, you might as well finish. You get the 12s and 11s. Remember how they was coming out with the championship?
Oh, the champagnes and all that.
Yeah, champagne and cigar joint.
You want to see some cigar 12s?
They did 12s and 11s. It was the CDP pack.
Huh?
They did 12s and 11s. The countdown pack.
Man, well, they
hold up. Wasn't that the other? Wasn't that also the year in which retros were supposed to go away, and that was supposed to be the only way you could get retros again?
I don't know.
I feel like that was around that. No, because remember they kept talking about like they weren't gonna do certain shoes again.
No, they did. They replaced it with fusions.
That's what I'm saying with the CDPs. Weren't they saying like
the CDPs were?
I feel like that was
after the fusions.
Okay.
See, fusions what 2007, right?
I thought they mixed.
Countdown pack was 2008, right?
I gotta look again.
I think
Google it, Francis.
Right. Oh shit!
You the Googler.
Yeah, I think Countdown pack was 2008.
We need to get a Google.
I mean,
Fusions was 2007.
It just feel like that was like I said, like part of all that, part of like the same marketing.
Countdown pack was definitely 2008.
Countdown packs was dope though.
Yeah, they should do that again.
Countdown pack was 2008, but
Countdown packs. The
Fusions was 2006.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah, so they did that afterwards.
But anyway, Fortnite's newest crossover features Air Jordans. Anybody play Fortnite in here? Nope. Okay.
I played a couple times on my phone. That's all right.
An article written by Colin Stevens on IGN.com. Joining the growing list of Fortnite crossovers is Fortnite Jumpman for Creative, a new set of cosmetics in an LTM, a limited time mode, centering around Air Jordans. Announced by Epic Games, Fortnite Jumpman is available now and features the Downtown Drop LTM by Jordan Brand, featuring creative artists Not Nelif and Tomoya, I guess. In this, players launch off jumps, grind down the city streets, and collect coins to win in a decidedly more skateboard-centric than basketball-centric mode. This crossover also features the Hang Time bundle where players will have access to more challenges, which unlock additional rewards, including pairs of Air Jordans. So, yeah. You go. I don't know. I mean, this obviously wasn't for anybody my age because I saw the news and I was like, oh, okay.
No, you'd be surprised. The people that be playing Fortnite.
Really?
I see. Like
I still play video games, but I just can't.
Not
I don't
that.
know.
What video games you play?
What video games I play?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I got the Nuke Mortal Kombat. I got the Red Dead Redemption. That was like the last game before that I got. Like, I'm not a gamer. I'm not playing all the time, but when I do play, those are the games I play. I haven't played what's the name in a while.
You don't play Madden or 2K?
I'm not on my game system often enough. My daughter's on the game system more than I am.
I'm just saying, do you play? I mean, you listen to games you play, but. Yeah.
I mean, I got it. Like, I'll play it occasionally. I'm just saying, like, the games, like, if I was to sit down to play a game, those would be the two games I'll pick out. Grand Theft Auto, I like whenever they come out the new one. I haven't played the old one, like, in a long time, so maybe it might be new to me if I play it. I've never really been in Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is my game. I love that game. The last one was great.
It's always okay.
Yes.
Splinter Cell was better.
Jesus.
What?
Whoa, that we just went like way left. Like,
if I'm being, and then I mean, there's some other games too. Like, if I'm thinking about, like, I remember the last Bioshock Infinite was great.
You play Gears of War? That's an Xbox game.
That's like the only Xbox game you know of. Keep repeating.
No, that's the one. After Halo died off, you had to reach for Gears of War.
But
so I have a
LA Noire was great too.
I have an Xbox and a PS4, and I bought Red Dead on Xbox because I had no more memory on my PS4. That's the worst idea I've ever made. That was the worst decision, rather. That controller's so cumbersome, and you got
and the battery died. Don't let your battery pack in the back get loose. You got to tape it the whole man.
You're taping it, bro?
No, I'm just saying. When I had the Xbox, my last one, I had the 360. That's why I haven't had an Xbox since 360.
Black, we know how to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Then you had to go buy the wireless chargers. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
I've never had that problem, but
that's probably why I've been playing Spider-Man because I have it on the PS4.
PS4 is for people with small hands and children.
No, it's not.
I mean, I do got small hands.
Xbox is for people who only got room for one console, no DVD player, no DVDs. Just
I got like 4
whole
consoles.
big old thing on there. What's the remember the Batman and movie with the Riddler and with Jim Carrey was the Riddler? Remember the things he put in people's crib to brainwash them? That's what the Xbox is. That's what the Xbox is. It's the same size, same color.
Wow.
Man, that's some great foreshadowing there. If that's the case.
Wow. I don't have the energy. Like, I really don't. Like, not today. I just don't. Like, I'm just going to show up in the Half and Half podcast just fully ready to go.
Are you recording that Sunday?
What?
Half and Half?
No, I got.
No, I was gonna say, man, like, you gotta hear his boys and like yo guys be saying some crazy stuff.
Really?
They said Draymond can go anywhere and averaging 17, 7, 7.
Man, they drinking more than we do.
My boy, well, it was crazy.
Hey, Dave, y'all need the drug test from now on. Y'all need the drug test. People come to the studio. Just do randoms periodically. There's a bathroom right there.
I feel like we'd lose half our shows.
Man, they saying, who the hell? Man, that's just dumb.
Until I went on there, I never thought I'd agree with Guru so much.
I walk out like my man on Malcolm X. Get your hands in my pocket and just walk out. Except nobody dies.
Shout out to the Half and Half podcast.
Yeah, shout out to those guys.
Funny.
Yeah, I guess if you say some shit like that, like who the hell? Draymond Green can go on any team and average 17 what?
17, 7, and 7. And then he would say if he was to play with the Lakers, he should handle the ball more than LeBron.
I don't even know what you guys are saying right now.
Man,
just disagree with it.
No.
It's like saying Triple H should do the people's elbow more than The Rock. There you go. That's basically what he said.
That's like saying Stone Cold stayed in WCW. He still would have been like as big as he was in WWF.
Oh man, he still would have been stunning Steve.
Yeah, he still had blonde hair. Him and what's my man?
Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman.
Yeah, the Hollywood.
Who you feels the best wrestler?
The best wrestler?
The best
Ever
wrestler?
period.
I mean,
I got two. Ric Flair and Bret Hart. I'm like my all-time.
Oh, Ric Flair by far, easily. Yeah. He's definitely Ric Flair.
Yeah, I say Ric Flair and Bret Hart. They're my all-time too.
Yeah, Ric Flair is probably the greatest because he had personality and he had skills.
Yep. And then Bret Hart was just
Bret Hart didn't have personality.
That was the only problem. But like,
God, he was like dry. I can watch his matches,
that's
but
what I'm saying. In the ring,
don't give him the mic.
Yeah, no.
Don't give him the mic. Shawn Michaels is very underrated.
Yeah, I was going to say
Shawn Michaels is very underrated. Steve Austin. The Rock. The Rock didn't gotta wrestle. That's how good he was.
I said The Rock and Stone Cold because I felt like when wrestling was at its peak, they were shining, they were entertaining. Like it wasn't a bad episode with one of them.
I mean, but they had like I mean, that had to be like a Hall of Fame roster. You got the Undertaker.
Yeah, but and they still excelled in that. That's what I'm saying. They still excelled in that.
Even with that, Undertaker was like a B-level superstar.
You had Kane.
That's the messed up part.
You had Kane. I would say my most entertaining wrestler I like, Goldust was entertaining.
Out of all wrestlers you could pick.
He
ain't do nothing. Just came out and did the little intro.
Acted gay and then went back to the dressing room.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was funny.
Shout out to the Be True collection.
Right. Man, okay, wait. So wow, I agree with you. Goldust of all people. You know what? If I'm thinking of a name that he wasn't even that good of a wrestler, but like I was talking about the other day because he just made me laugh every time I saw him. Juventud Guerrera. Hoovy Juice?
Hoovy
Juice?
Hoovy was that guy.
No, like, for whatever reason, because he would come out there and just be a ball of fire, lose the match. I
can go with all of those guys. La Parka was my guy, because he just walk around being crazy with the chair, looking terrible.
Man, yeah. I mean, if we really want to go through the roster, we can. Tanaka.
Let's do it. Francis, what's the name of this podcast?
I know, right? Francis going to start his own.
Ringside Podcast.
The 1.25. But no, the Slobber Knocker Podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Whoa, Goldust.
After dark.
That's for wrestling and the porn websites he goes to. But
the
no.
Half and Half Podcast.
There's going to be a battle of trademarks between crew.
Not at
all. Man, that's a good. I mean, if I had to do my Mount Rushmore though, it would definitely be. So I feel like I should say Hogan out of respect, but I cannot watch a Hogan match.
Man, forget Hogan. Man.
I cannot watch a Hogan match and be entertained. Like Macho Man, yes.
When they drilling him for being racist,
Macho Man,
and he was a hype beast too.
His episode on Vice, I think.
I loved
it.
It's
either out or it's coming out real quick.
No, it came. It was like the second one.
Okay,
I love that episode. By the way, you talking about somebody
who's
between The Rock and Macho Man, I can watch their interviews all day, every day.
Oh yeah, every time there's a compilation video on YouTube with just Macho Man.
Macho Man has some of the best interviews.
Great.
And it was all because he was hot.
I'm typically more entertained by his Slim Jim commercials than most matches.
Macho Man?
No, Macho Man was terrible.
Most matches that are on the air today.
I'm
more entertained by his Slim Jim.
I was going to say Macho Man has some great matches.
He was a terrible wrestler.
Yeah. He
probably like when he wrestled in the ring. That's what I'm talking about. Macho Man.
Was a terrible wrestler?
Well, I think he was a terrible wrestler.
Man, look,
wow, he had one of the best. Him and Snooker had one of the best matches ever.
Yeah, go back WrestleMania 3.
Macho Man was a great wrestler.
Dragon
at then, at the third of WrestleMania, wasn't much to compete with back then.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
but
he just like slap somebody.
But here's the
come
thing.
on, man.
But here's the thing with that match.
He was more technical than he.
That was the first match where it was like the two of them actually choreographed the entire match. Like, knew exactly.
But they were known for that, though. Like,
but no, that was the first time something like that had been done. Because usually what wrestlers would do is...
No, that was the first time they got in a ring together. That's why it was so special.
Right. But usually what guys do is, you know who's going to win, you know who's going to lose.
And then they kind of freestyle.
You know where your big finish is at.
Yeah.
And you just roll with that. No, them guys, like, actually choreographed the whole match. It hadn't been done like that before, so...
But they were known for... I was going to say... The reason because Macho Man would do that with his matches. Snooker would do that with his matches. Them together...
Steamboat.
Yeah, my bad, Steamboat. I keep saying that. Yeah. But anyway, them together, that's what made that match so great.
It was great.
Macho Man had, if you go back, like, even his matches in the 80s was still good. That's why I said Hogan, you look at his matches, it's just.
It's the same old.
Oh my God, that leg drop is the dumbest finisher, by the way.
Well, the worst is when he hulks up.
How y'all finish it everybody's first move in the ring? That's like the first move everybody does is the leg drop.
But here go the worst part about it. He hulks up, 3 punches, throw you up against the ropes, big boot, leg drop. Match over after he been getting his ass beat for about the past 10 minutes.
You know how they say sometimes shoes don't age well? His moves didn't age well. Like when he wrestled The Rock and he did that,
it was the same thing.
I'm looking like dog.
I had to go back and ask my older brother because he put me up on wrestling and all of that. I asked him, I was like, "Why did you like Hogan? Like it's the same thing over and over."
I don't get it either, but I give him his due because he did.
They don't do respect, man. It's Shawn Michaels, Rock.
But he made wrestling what it was.
Ric Flair, Ron Martin, Rushmore.
You got to give him his props because he did. He made wrestling big in the 80s. Like it is what it is. You ain't got to like it. He's like the Yeezys of wrestling.
Yeah,
I ain't got to like it, but he made an impact.
But here's the thing though. You could so much say you can't so much say he made wrestling big in the 80s. Vince McMahon made wrestling big.
I mean, but he does that with everybody, though. I mean, that's all all an effort, team effort.
Vince McMahon basically pulled the
because you need the right person in place.
I mean, I guess if we wanted to say like a sneakers version of it. I mean, he had he had the Jordan 1 and he just went out and put it out there every night and basically like made wrestling popular.
But my point, but that's what you can say about any wrestler though, because they all manufacture. They ain't like Steve Austin. I mean, it took him how long?
Put it this way. So the same Rock, you got a marketing machine behind you in the 80s.
The same thing with the 90s. But you think it wasn't a marketing machine?
I think it was more people I guess it was more people to choose from in the 90s. In the early 2000s, like it wasn't just him.
He was a lot of wrestlers.
He was the most charismatic. It was easy to market him, but when you got The Rock and all these other guys, like it was more. You had to perform better and put a little sauce on your performance.
No, there was a lot of wrestlers in the 80s too, though.
I'm saying like top tier.
Can I put another guy on my Mount Rushmore?
Who?
That gets no credit, but I think deserves a lot of credit.
Catch Jack?
Mr. Perfect. Go back and watch his matches.
I feel like he's in that second tier. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But once again, that's the Bret Hart thing where you got to be like a fan of wrestling to watch it.
I feel like Mankind underrated too.
Mick Foley.
I mean, if you want to see him get abused for 30 minutes, like. I know I love Mankind too because that Hell in a Cell match
like him over
is the
Hulk Hogan.
greatest. I agree.
I think the day Mick Foley dies, I'm gonna take that day off work.
I think so because that Hell in a Cell match is by far the best match I've ever
that's
seen.
one of the greatest.
Him and
matches
King
ever.
matches and him. Yeah, that was great.
That was a great match.
I still go back and watch that just to be like, oh my god.
We ain't talking about sneakers in a minute, but
put him on a WWE pack, WWF pack.
They did have that Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He was a terrible wrestler.
He had like 2 good matches, and all of a sudden he's a legend.
He had good matches?
2.
He had
and
good
I don't even think
matches?
that was good.
I was going to say he had good
matches.
2
memorable. I'll put it like that.
Memorable?
Memorable.
What? Hogan, him,
and then there was
when he
another
won the
match.
Intercontinental belt? When he beat the Honky Tonk Man?
Exactly.
That's it?
It was another match. I can't think of something.
Overrated, most overrated
Rick
wrestler.
I agree with you.
Overrated
Rick
wrestler.
When he beat Rick Rude in like 5 minutes?
Rey Mysterio should have his spot.
Rick Rude is another guy that's underrated, though.
There's a lot of underrated wrestlers.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes.
Yo, that documentary.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Intense.
Yeah, that was.
That
shout out to Diamond Dallas Page.
That
too,
shit
he
went
out here saving
left.
lives.
That's another underrated guy, too.
He got into it like late as hell, though. He was like 35 as a rookie.
He was like 60.
Yeah.
I like Goldberg too. I like Goldberg too.
Wow.
I like the Goldberg.
No, he's almost somebody who had no moves.
You know what? Goldberg was like WCW's version of Hogan. Like,
yes. No moves. Spear, jackhammer, I'm out. Like, no.
I like no Goldberg. Though.
His entrance is better than his actual matches.
His entrance is longer than some of his matches.
He did have like the greatest entrance ever.
Yeah, Gilbert had to be the best troll I've ever seen in my life. Like, he'll come out there with the fire extinguishers, the little sparklers.
And then lose. Hey, he had how Goldberg had the undefeated streak, Gilbert had the winless streak.
You know what my favorite part about Gilbert was? You know how Goldberg had the tribal tattoo on his arm? He had the Sharpie dots on his no muscle. He had no muscle mass to talk about. Came out there, got his ass whooped, and then marched right back out to his locker room the same way he came in. I love, man, Gilbert. Where's Gilbert at right now? Like, I want them to do, like, where are they now type episode.
Look up Dwayne Gill, man. Come on, look him up.
Man, that was, Gilbert. But no, I like, you know what, though, but for what Goldberg did for WCW, because he was like that second life because they were starting
they needed it.
Oh, yeah. And then until Kevin Nash fucked that up.
And Hogan.
That's what I'm saying. Hogan and Nash fucked that up because they had creative control.
Yeah.
And they had him lose for some reason. Like, as if anybody believes Hogan is going to beat a young Goldberg. Like, that don't make no sense, but anyway.
I was going to say another guy on my Mount Rushmore would probably be Sting. Yeah,
Sting. Damn.
Sting, yeah.
But Sting, low-key, his matches was a lot like Hogan's matches, though, too.
No, I say he's more like Bret because once again, they had good technical matches. But if you
go back and look at Sting's matches, he gets his ass beat for about 10, 15 minutes, and he started beating on his chest. And then
you talking about blind Sting or like the Crow Sting?
See, I liked both of them.
I
like
like
Crow Sting better though.
The Crow Sting was better.
But like Blonde Sting, like when I was a kid, that was
I mean, because he was WCW for like the long. It was him and Flair.
Yeah.
And then
him, Flair, and like Vader. Vader was another guy I liked too.
Man, it's Vader time.
Yeah.
Gilbert wrestles for ICW.
He still wrestles.
Yep.
Are you
I mean, Ric Flair wrestled till he was about 80. So
Ric Flair still, man, dude. Yeah, I guess that's all you know.
I think
Dwayne
I seen
Gill
something
is
about
59 years old.
I think X-Pac is still wrestling. I just seen a video today too. Like he ripped his anus trying to do the Bronco Buster.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Best group though, the NWO, DX.
DX
Easily.
Yeah,
Now NWO brought wrestling back, but DX was far more entertaining.
DX just had that attitude.
No, they were just funny. That was funny. And that's back when they were like, you used to tell girls to lift their shirts up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they went to WCW, which I thought was the most brilliant move. That had to be the funniest. Man. Oh, that's back when wrestling was good.
Especially if you want to bring me like
God damn it, we ain't
classic
talking about the shoe yet.
DX like segments would be the one when they were going up against the Nation and they all came out.
Oh my God, yes. And they all came out as spoofs of each other. Triple H in blackface.
The Croc.
The Croc with the fake eyebrow. Oh man. You bringing my memories, nah. That's back when The Rock was just being an asshole to everybody, man.
I like that version of The Rock better.
Oh man, yeah. Damn, yeah, I like Bad Rock.
Yeah,
he used to talk so much shit. He was like, "Big Show, you come out here and you do the dumbest thing." The Rock, like, you think you impressed The Rock with The Rock? I'm telling you, I never thought third person was cool until The Rock did it. Because he just come out there and just
The Rock says.
The Rock says. Oh man,
I mean, greatest promo though, like you said, Randy Savage is up there, but like The Rock just
Remember he's talking about Triple H, and he was like, he would be fighting somebody, and then like they'd be like out there by the tables, and he'll just put on a headset and start talking. And he was fighting Triple H one time. He was like, "Look at this. Here's a guy that looks like Tarzan, and he wrestles like Jane." And then he took a drink of water and spit it at him and stuff. And I miss The Rock.
I mean, what makes him great too, though, is the fact that even now, like the WWE is so scripted.
Yeah,
like
he'll from a freestyle.
Yeah, everything they did back then, especially him, was just all off the top.
Oh, when he went to Toronto that one time, and he was like, he'd be like, "Finally, The Rock is back," and whatever. And they was like, "Toronto," and he stopped. He was like, "What? You never had a celebrity in your city before?" And it's like, he was like, "Yeah," he said, "our city." He said, "That's where I live." Like, he was just clowning him. Like, and it was the funniest thing. Oh man, I miss wrestling. So whack now, man. Damn.
Yes and no.
I can't get into it.
I can't.
I tried. If you're just looking at like WWE, there's a lot of other like good, like the NXT stuff is good.
But they don't promote that as much. Like, dude, like then when they bring them up, it's like,
network.
Yeah, man, Vince McMahon needs to like retire. His days are gone. Like, if it's up to him, Doink the Clown would be like still out there,
man. Shout out
competing
to
for the championship.
Is Doink dead?
I think the original Doink might be dead.
Yeah,
Google it.
The original Doink
they had multiple Doinks, like they had Undertakers.
Yeah.
Was there a Doink versus Doink match?
No, I think there was. Yeah, there really was a
God.
Doink. I think it was WrestleMania 9. It was a Doink versus Doink match. And then remember they had Dink. They had the midget.
No.
Doink. You don't remember Dink?
No.
He was the midget.
Wow. Wow, man. Okay, it was a lot
the
of
original
missteps.
Doink is dead.
Oh, wow.
I remember the Brooklyn Brawler was Doink.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, Brooklyn Brawler. That's a legend, man.
Does he belong
those
on the
dark
Mount
matches.
Rushmore?
I'm telling you, dog, like, because it's like, you knew, because every time you saw Brooklyn Brawler, you know they was about to like introduce a new wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, that was their practice. That's back when they had Sunday Heat. Remember that? And they had another show that came on Public Access Channel, like, on Saturdays.
Yeah, on Saturdays.
Shotgun.
Yeah, Shotgun Saturday.
Yep. Remember that? Oh, boy. Okay. Anyway, too much fun. Let's get back to some sneakers. Adidas can't make enough sportswear to meet demand in an article written by Ivana Kadasova for CNN. Adidas has a good kind of problem. They can't make enough apparel to meet demand. Supply chain shortages are making it difficult to meet sharp increase in consumer demand for the mid-priced apparel. The shortages limited sales growth in the first 3 months of the year to 4%. Adidas said the issue could knock up to 2 percentage points off of sales growth this year, the entire year, restricting it to between 5 and 8%. Adidas did not provide details of the supply problems or the products affected in their earnings statement. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but you definitely want to address that if it's going to like knock. I mean, 5 and 8% don't sound like a lot, but you're talking billions of dollars.
And you said that was for the mid sportswear or
for the mid-priced apparel,
which is where I think me and Guru had talked about it. You having Beyonce on your team, that's the apparel that you should be selling out of
but you want to definitely address those chain supply shortages because you don't want her to be push your product and you ain't got enough demand or enough product to meet demand.
Because that's the stuff that's gonna sell out. That's the stuff that people are gonna go to the department stores and just because they see a celebrity with it on, they're gonna go and get because they're gonna be like, oh, she wears this or he wears this.
I wonder why
have enough of it.
I wonder why they don't. I don't know. This thing is like such a 1980s problem to have, like supply chain shortages.
I mean, to me, it just seems like you just did a terrible job of forecasting what could happen.
Maybe that's possibly. I don't know. It just seems like something you could quickly fix, though. Like it is. I don't.
Maybe they had Matt Powell do that for him. He can't foresee the future. He'll only tell you what it is after.
You know what? I respect him as his job as an analyst, but his ability to forecast because he doesn't really know. Like he's looking at numbers like a year after the fact, and by the time he realizes, like the Yeezys, like by the time he acknowledged that Yeezys had an impact, it was like a year after everybody already said it.
Matt Powell is steadily telling you that the Jordan 1 is dead.
Basketball. See, here's the problem, though. So basketball shoes, if you're looking at the numbers, are down. But I think not down in a sense like people don't want them. I just think because the market has grown so much that it's been watered down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But it'll almost be, what would you, with some of the shoes now, remember how like before, like a lot of shoes were considered basketball, like everything was considered a basketball shoe that was like a high top shoe?
Yeah.
Now, do you consider certain basketball shoes to actually be in the lifestyle brand?
That's what they do, though. So LeBron
so you got that going on?
The Gary Paytons, that's considered a lifestyle.
Right.
So the sales are down because they recategorized.
This dude playing Injustice in the middle of a show.
And I'm still aware.
You ain't talked in 10 minutes. What are you talking
y'all
about?
talking about wrestling. I let you get the story off first, though.
He turned into Francis.
Hell yeah, he turned into Francis. I gotta find a happy medium between. We talk about sports, Francis tune out. We talk about wrestling, Guru turns out.
I was talking to wrestling though.
A little bit. Let's see.
He was reminiscing on Mae Young.
Mm-hmm. I want to get to the story, man. Ooh, Remember that storyline where what's his name? Mark Henry got
she gave birth to a hand.
That was gross. Ugh. Anyway, nearly
good old Vince Russo.
Was it Vince Russo or Vince McMahon?
I think that was
because he had Triple H dress up as Kane, that cheerleader casket.
That might have been.
Oh yeah, that was.
No, Russo was gone by that point.
Was he?
Yeah.
I think that was just a dark age, a dark period for wrestling.
Yeah, boy.
It's a dark period for creativity.
Oh boy, it started going downhill from that point. Nearly $7,000 worth of sneakers stolen from a checked-in luggage. This is why I always put all my sneakers when we used to travel in my carry-on. I never trusted on this thing. An article written by Boone Mark Subhan.
I figured you was just flying private, private jet.
So you got jokes. I'm gonna call him Boone Soup.
And you got that pre-check influencers line.
The overhead compartment in first class is big enough for you to keep all your stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
If only.
And you can put it underneath your leg because you have so much money.
First class. Caesar flying a plane and he with the captain.
Yeah. He sat next to White Ranger because they're both in first class.
I hate y'all so much. For sneakerfreaker.com, Canadian sneaker collector Dejan Palika, he goes by Kicksdale CA, allegedly has some sneakers worth close to $7,000 stolen from his checked-in airport luggage on a flight from Toronto to Vancouver.
That's one pair of Off-Whites and a Yeezy.
Doing the math in my head.
Tossing a friends and family fear. I got one.
It is reported that 4 pairs of sneakers went unaccounted for when he opened his luggage in Vancouver. I can only imagine. Like, I know, I'm man. Well, it happened in Canada. They're nice and polite out there. Like, so I can only imagine if that happened in Detroit. Including a a pair of Blink Air Yeezy ones,
There you go.
which currently fetch up to $4,500 on the resale market. A police report was filed, but
What resale market?
Hmm?
What market?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what they wrote.
Okay.
StockX? I don't know. Somebody want to look that up? How much are they going for on StockX? Police report was filed.
Yeezy ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was Yeezy Air Force ones. Like we used to have at Villa. I was like, I know he ain't trying to finesse an insurance claim. Talking about them joints worth $4,500. I was about to be like,
Oh, you're talking about
yes.
Man, so many people bought them too now.
Oh, well, I guess.
Trash.
Damn, I didn't realize them shoes were up to that much.
How much they going for?
It's about 42.
Oh, okay.
I should never worn the shit out of mine.
A police report was filed, but it's reported that Air Canada needs to finish conducting its own investigation before law enforcement can become involved. What? How you gonna investigate yourself?
It's Canada.
Man,
I mean, police
Bump
probably
that.
do it all the time. It's called internal affairs.
that's true. That's true. But they the police though. I never heard of a company be like, all right, police, just hold off. Let us investigate this crime scene first,
Most,
and then
most corrupt
You can come in.
500s do that.
Where was he flying from? Where was he
he's
still
going
flying
from
in
Toronto to
Canada?
Vancouver.
Yeah, Toronto to Vancouver.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Like if a crime was committed in my house, I'm like, hold on, police officers, before you come in, I'm gonna do my own investigation.
I thought he was crossing borders.
I mean, Johnny Cocker did that with OJ House. He had to dress up real nice before the jury came in. So,
But the police already investigated. Then they did the
but they
evidence to
didn't.
their house.
But I'm saying, but when they came to look at the house, he made sure it looked real black.
Well, that's staging. That's something totally different. Yeah. I love how the police took the evidence to the the dude took it to his house.
So I'll bring it tomorrow.
Collectibles.
He must have been a former store manager. You know, he picked someone from another store and be like, man, I was bringing it to work.
How? Anyway, let's see. Air Canada says that they're working with the police, but went on to seemingly distance themselves from culpability by releasing a statement saying, baggage changes hands many times from the start to the end of a trip. No shit. As baggage systems are under the jurisdiction of individual airport authorities, and that they recommend valuables be packed in carry-on baggage, as well as ensuring appropriate assurance covers high-value items when traveling. But
So then my question is, what did he have in his carry-on? He had like a diamond or something in there?
I mean, if he had a carry-on, most people don't want to deal with the carry-on.
And it's almost to the point now where if you go somewhere for a week, you only can carry like certain many shoes because you got to make it carry on. Like the people still didn't have to dictate how you pack your trip. Like
I was gonna say, but hold on, like you say, most people don't want to deal with a carry-on.
and how I mean, you know,
Some people don't.
How much time you
I'd
have to
say
go
most,
through with
but
it?
some.
You know how much luggage coming through, so they
That's
usually
what
had
I
to
was
take
saying.
their time and look. If you stealing for something, you got to open up air luggage. Okay, nothing in there. Like that slows you down. Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, it might have just passed through the X-ray. They did random bad checks on them. Was
Yeah,
like,
if you pass that X-ray, you see those shoes.
We know what this is.
Especially if most sneakerheads, like depending on where they're going, they're gonna take multiple pairs. So if you see like 4 or 5 shoes in a luggage,
Or in his case too.
But yeah, 4.
So SPG, did she work at Shoe Palace?
No,
Yeah, she give out tests, Scantron tests.
I mean, she be there every day, posted with Jordan pictures.
no, they use her to like kind of help promote stuff. But she actually buys sneakers though.
Same way, Miss Allen Juice, your man. He don't get a shoe. Okay, just asking for a friend.
I mean, but I'm not. She deserves the. She deserves. I
I'm
mean,
not
because
saying she don't. Chill out.
He's just saying.
In other words,
maybe he
Gene
doesn't.
said he wants to see her basement. That's all Gene's saying.
Whoa, whoa.
wow.
I got someplace she can come back.
I feel
to.
like basement is innuendo for something.
I got a place she can come back to.
Oh boy, we love you, Gina.
You suck. You sick for that.
I don't even.
You
know.
a high beast. You do anything
I'm
with
looking
some
for-
SPG Genes?
I am looking.
Oh my goodness!
I am
You take some of that
low, boy.
Greek yogurt for them SPG Genes.
Oh boy, I am looking for another story to segue to.
Cottage cheese.
Oh boy,
That Greek yogurt is 1 calories.
nope. Oh, here's something funny.
Trash is nasty.
A naked man wearing nothing but
I was
sneakers
gonna say, please finish the sentence.
robs a Florence home. In an article on Fox 10 Phoenix, officials with the Penal
I complained about my
County
OJ.
Sheriff.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, I complained about the OJ, but this dude was naked stealing with Jordans on. What shoes he had on?
I don't know.
And then
Fusions.
he in a Penal County? What? Wait, was that real?
PINAL. Penal.
Penal?
Penal County Sheriff's Office says that a new man who was caught stealing from a home while wearing only sneakers has been arrested. 47-year-old Jeremy Lawrence was arrested on a connection of burglaries, The two most recent burglaries led detectives to recognize similarities to a case that they had investigated in August of 2018.
His ball print was on everything?
Oh, boy. Where deputies... oh, boy.
I mean, he didn't have to buy any clothing.
Where deputies were called out to a home in Florence. In that robbery, Jeremy was seen stealing plants off the property, completely naked, wearing only sneakers and gloves. Gloves? I guess that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, protect his feet and his hands.
I guess. Surveillance
nothing else mattered.
If only the Quai that robbed Goat knew with just sneakers and gloves, he would have got away.
No, I wouldn't want him to call into the show.
Oh, man. Surveillance video also captured a noticeable tattoo on Jeremy's right side, which helped link him to two other cases from 2016.
He had a tramp stamp.
Where someone was caught, the Gilbert tattoo on his arm. Where someone was caught on camera without a shirt, revealing the tattoo. It'd be funny if it was Gilbert. He shows up to break into the house with fire extinguishers and sparklers. Deputies searched Jeremy's home and recovered most of the stolen property. They also discovered a marijuana grow operation in a back shed, and all 26 plants were seized. Jeremy is facing a number of charges, including drug-related charges and burglary.
Man, what did he think he do? He thought he was bagging up heroin, like how they do in the movies when the chicks be naked doing it?
Yeah, I guess. Guy had his own supply and just went crazy. Man, shout out to Jeremy in Phoenix.
Did it say what shoes he had on?
I just want to assume he had some Fusions on.
Probably some Jordan 1 Fats.
Yeah. It's either some Fats or some Fusions. Only people that buy those shoes willingly will.
He had on them.
That's probably what Jumpman is right now. He got arrested for.
What was the Jordan 1s they tried to redo? What was they called? Was the Jordan 1 the Alpha? Was that the... Good. Remember the ones they had redid the Jordan 1 that redid like the sole on it.
That's the one Ray Allen used to hoop in.
And D Wade was hooping in it for a little bit when he was on Jordan.
That was a Jordan.
Was that?
Oh yeah, Nightwing just got a pair. He been talking them up. I forgot.
It wasn't a 1.5.
No, it was a Jordan 1.
Yeah, that's some Jordan bounce, variation.
Alpha, a bounce.
Yeah, I think it was like a Jordan 1 Alpha.
Keep those.
I wonder what them going for.
Yep, it's those. No, it's not
that.
It's not that.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's not that. I know when I say it had like perforations.
Yeah, these got the Jordan 1 Alphas got perforations on it.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, it is. Because it's the one Ray Allen used to wear. Yeah, it's Jordan 1 Alphas.
Yep.
And keep those.
Yeah. They going for $2.99 on StockX.
Is it?
Yeah.
You serious?
I just put it up.
Wow. StockX. Speaking of StockX, somebody posted a guy that allegedly sold fakes and got like 88 pairs through.
Yeah, I posted on the group chat.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That is. I don't know what to speak on that. Anybody?
Yeah, whoever that authenticator was.
I think I know.
So do I.
I'm not one to point fingers.
Man, do what you got to do, man.
Did StockX say anything back to him or no?
No.
They don't They don't respond publicly
to like stuff like that. Yeah.
My thing is, you get your account shut down. That was dumb. It's like, hey, DEA, look how many bricks I got across.
Basically.
Yeah, man. Like, I was.
I don't know what to say about that. I just.
It's that whole Travis Scott debacle. Like, it's just stupid.
But StockX is taking a beating though. Like,
it's from stupid people mostly. Like,
and Nike laughing like, ha, we made so many inconsistent pairs.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And like, I know that I saw like someone posted up. I don't know if it was in the group chat that was like, my pair was retailed at $175, and the one I got from StockX was $160. You guys see that one?
No.
So the MSRP is different on two boxes.
Right.
Because when they released during the Grammy, retail was $160. So Nike upped the price. So that's what happened, stupid. Like,
wow.
So I'm just. And like, if you look at the production on those shoes, like they've been producing them for like a year. Like, so there's so many different production windows on them. So it's like,
I don't know if it's just because I'm just more aware of StockX or whatnot, but it just seems like they get shitted on more than any other platform.
they do.
I mean, I don't think the people buy as much as from StockX as they do from GOAT.
You think more people buy from StockX than GOAT?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see the numbers.
I think it's just easier.
I've never heard somebody say I got these from GOAT, except for you.
I mean, I've seen a couple people say, like, when they shit on StockX,
Yeah.
they be like, "Oh yeah, this doesn't happen with GOAT." That's the only time I really seen anything.
I will
about
say,
GOAT get mentioned.
well, no, what's the name bought from GOAT?
Oh yeah.
He laughing. I'm trying to think though. Like, I'm trying to like compare the two apps in my mind. I gotta admit, like, StockX is more GOAT is more cumbersome to try to operate through.
It's like a Samsung and an iPhone.
StockX just so like seamless. Like, I don't want to buy this.
I don't know. I've been at the app.
I've seen a couple of shoes I want on GOAT. I'm just like, how long did it take to get them?
The app is acting up
GOAT's pretty quick
lately.
I gotten shoes pretty quick from GOAT.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Well,
It depends on the seller.
Yeah.
About a week.
Because it takes a minute. Because it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess what probably benefits us is if you're someplace where the facility is located at, you probably do get it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Because it basically gets shipped
From StockX?
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying something, because it doesn't have to travel as far.
Well, it depends, like you said, because like they got the Phoenix location and the Jersey location.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, like, if you probably somewhere like Miami or something, like, where would the closest StockX?
Here, right?
Yeah, wouldn't this be, or no, wouldn't Jersey?
Would Jersey be closer?
No.
I guess it depends on where it's being shipped to, right?
Well, that's what I said. If it's going to like Miami,
it would make more
and
sense.
say it's sold from, like,
if it's going to Miami and it got sold from where?
let's say it got sold from Albuquerque. No, because they got it in
They'll
Phoenix.
go to Phoenix.
Okay. Because I kind of... So if it's so if it's coming from Minnesota, it'll probably go to Detroit.
So it depends on the path of between seller and buyer, I guess. But no, they've been taking a beating lately, and that's like... damn, I wanted to touch on something. We ain't got no time, though.
Pause.
Exactly.
Damn it. Phrasing. No, I wanted to speak on a subject. Jesus. I wanted to speak on a subject, but we ain't got time. I'm going to get to a next week's show, but we had kind of touched on it when we did the interview with StockX, and it's something that's really been bothering me. So, but that's my teaser. Anyway.
That's all you got?
No, it's my teaser, so people got to tune in next week to...
Some influencers do. You do that on your YouTube channel, don't you?
I swear to God. Swear to God.
You said you ain't had no energy for it. So.
I really don't, man. That's what I'm saying. Swear to God, because it's like, dog, I want to, but it's like, I don't feel like it. It's like Facebook arguments. Like, I want to respond to this idiot.
I do not argue with Facebook. Facebook is like Instagram for your parents. Like, I do not use that. I use it as a black book. If you lose somebody's number, that is it. And that's really Facebook Messenger. But outside that, no. That'd be like, when you see your aunt start posting, you see your aunt and your uncles on your timelines, like, I need to get away from this. Like,
yeah. So, on that note, it was episode 217.
I don't even know.
Yeah, 217. So, take away from 220.
It's the episode we did today.
Yes. So, more wrestling than sneakers. But anyway, thanks guys for supporting us thus far. And like I said, we're looking forward to 220, and we will see you guys next week. We out.
All right, peace.